What's going on, everybody? It is your humble YouTube live stream host, Tim, back with another live stream. Just trying to get this lighting set up, get some decent lighting in here. We got a good one today, folks. Ooh, I think that made a lot of difference. We got a good one today, folks. Trying to find some more plugs. May have to get creative with my plugging in later. But right now, how y'all doing? Welcome. Come on in. Take your shoes off. Sit down. We're going to be talking about one of our favorite topics. One of the topics we appreciate the most, which is the rat race, the 9 to 5. And we're going to be talking about, is it too late to be quitting? Is it too late? You know, I feel like a lot of people, I got all kinds of stuff. I was moving cords around and all kinds of stuff. So I got all kinds of stuff tangled up that I need to figure out a home for. I feel like, what up, Angela? Good to see you. How you doing, Daniel? I feel like a few years back, it was a lot more popular to talk about, getting a, hold on. Let me turn this off. Take one of those down. Okay. All right. Just trying to get this lighting. I literally checked in this hotel like 20 minutes ago, and I wanted to get started. Wanted to get on it. I feel like a few years ago, it was a lot more popular to talk about getting out of the rat race, quitting 9 to 5. I still like to talk about it, but I feel like the times we're in, more and more people are like, yeah, that ship might have already set sail. So I want to talk about, is it too late to quit the rat race? What are y'all thoughts? How can you do it in this economic environment? Let's get into it. Sally checking in. I want to say what's up to a few people while we're waiting to get more people in. Come on in, hit the like button if you're so inclined. Mad, how you doing, Eric? Meow's Garage. Greg Smith. We got Mar. Christina. Ree. My night's going good, Ben. I literally just got off the Amtrak train. Came up here to Seattle. Hadn't been to Seattle in a while. So was just in Portland. Now we're in Seattle. And we're going to talk. Yeah, Greg. How you doing, Abundance? Yeah, and do me a favor tonight, folks. If you're the type, most of y'all always hit the like button. I appreciate it. If you're someone who normally doesn't, if you could do it for me tonight. My views have been weird lately. And so maybe that'll just be more engagement. The algorithm will smile on me again, which if it doesn't, that's okay too. We gonna keep working, but thank you. Gabriel checking in. So the rat race. I got DoorDash on the way too, so I'm multitasking here. And from the beginning, I want to say I'm not anti-work. I'm anti-working a job you don't like. I'm anti it feeling like a rat race, it feeling like you're trapped in a maze. I'm anti unfulfilling work, all of that stuff. If we got to get up and go to work, I want us to be able to do something we enjoy. All work isn't the rat race. All work isn't, 9 to 5 wage slavery. If you work a job you love and they pay you a decent wage, that's not the rat race. That's not wage slavery. I feel like that's just work, and there's nothing wrong with work. Okay? Let's just get that out the way for the people who are going to check in and want to defend work. Cool. But I'm talking about when you get up and every morning you don't want to go to work. As you're driving to work, you'd rather drive anywhere else. If there's like, hey, you can either continue driving to work or you could drive to the 7th level of hell, you'd think about it. You might be like, you know what? I've been to work all week. Let's try hell out. You know what I mean? How much worse could it be? If it's like that, then I'm a big believer that you gotta get up out of there. But in today's economic climate, especially when you got responsibilities, more and more people are just like, I just don't know if it's feasible. And I want to say that I personally believe that it is always feasible to make changes in life. I do think that sometimes it's more difficult than other times. I do think it takes more ingenuity sometimes. I think it might take more work than other times, but I think it's always possible. And I think that's where we have to start with anything in life, is the fact that anything is possible. It's always possible. I know this sounds like very rah rah motivational talk, but it's true. And the reason I know it's true is because throughout history, no matter what time period it was, there have always been people who have seen it as an opportunity. There have always been people who were like, hey, yeah, it's the middle of World War I, but I still got to feed these kids. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? If we see life as an ever present opportunity, and if we see changing times as just changing opportunity, I think it makes it easier for us to say, okay, this is what I need to do for my health. This is what I need to do for my mental state. This is what I need to do for me and my family long term. How am I going to make it work in the environment I'm living in now? So I don't think there's ever a time when it's too late to quit the rat race. I don't think there's ever a time when you're too old to quit the rat race. I don't think there's ever a time when you're too young. I think it's just a matter of being like, this is what I'm trying to do. And even if it's not something that can be done immediately, I almost titled this stream, while you're doing what you have to, dream about and start figuring out what you want. While you're doing what you have to do, dream about and figure out what you want to do. You know, it starts with the belief. It starts with holding on to the fact that, like, I can't do this no more. And then there are some obviously practical steps you can take: killing your bills, getting out of debt, you know, lowering the amount of money you spend, getting your savings up, getting your emergency fund up. And these are things you can do on some level pretty much all the time. Maybe not as much sometimes. Oh, hang on one second. Wee, son. You see that period 8? Hold on. All right, we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to that. Son. Oh, we're eating good tonight. We are eating good tonight. First things first, gotta hydrate. We're gonna get back to talking. I gotta flex this food. Who was that in the chat that said I like food? We here now. You can tell how good a restaurant is by how much ranch they give you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Are we going? Okay. This is my fried scrimps. I don't know if I can get it to where you can see it. Those are my fried shrimp and French fries. Okay. I would have liked more shrimp, but yeah. Okay. I'm mad at that. I would have liked more shrimp, but I just got water in my face. Okay. And y'all know what this is. Y'all can guess what this is. Y'all can guess what this one is. Ooh. Had to get the chicken wings. All right. This is hard to do with the camera, that angle. Had to get the chicken wings. Okay. All right. I ain't mad at that. We're going to eat good. I might be eating them fries during the thing. I'm not going to hold you. Yeah, Pier 88. I don't think I've ever had. It's a nice place. Actually, I'm not in Seattle. I'm in Tukwila, which is right down the road. So, well, hey, that's just, Derek said that water's laced with chemicals. That just means I get extra. I just paid for water, but I get extra chemicals? Okay. I'm cool with that. Thank you, Desani, for giving me extra. Yeah, I'm actually in Tukwila. right down the road from Seattle. I was on the train. Um, I'll tell y'all this. I'm going all over the place tonight. Uh, I had booked a hostel in Seattle, and the more I thought about it, the more uncomfortable I got about it. It was the HI American Hotel Hostel in the International District in Seattle. And the more I thought, I was on the train. I took the train from Portland to Amtrak to Seattle. I was taking the train from Portland to Seattle, and the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I don't want to stay there. I've stayed there before. It's a cool place, but I was like, I don't want to stay there. So I got on my phone and I requested to change that reservation to a later date. I don't know if the request is going to go through, but I did that, and then I booked. Like I was just looking for different hotels, and I came across this one. It was a good deal. I like the rooms with I like the rooms that have the suite area and the kitchen. Um, and it was like $8 more than the hostel. So I went for it. But it was in Tequila, which I have no clue where that is. But anyway, I was like, it's close by the light rail, whatever. I could take an Uber, whatever. But this is how things work out. This is a total side note, but this is how things work out. I did not know this, but on Amtrak, the stop before Seattle is Tequila. So I was just on the train and I'd gotten my bag down and I was just putting stuff in it because we were coming up on Seattle soon, within like 30 minutes or whatever. And then I heard him say over the loudspeaker, next stop is Tequila. And I'm like, wait a second, I think my new hotel is there. So I pulled it up on my phone really quick and like, yeah, my hotel was close to the train station. So I'm like, I can just get off here and just take an Uber to my hotel, you know, instead of having to like go all the way to Seattle, take the light rail back. You know what I mean? I was like, I can just hop out here. So I just hopped off and boom. Like, so it would have, I was going to have to go all the way to Seattle, then come back. And that would have took me another probably hour or so. But as it worked out, because things always work out, you know, I was able to just get off, take an Uber. I'm here. That was a total sidebar that is totally off topic what we're talking about, but I think it illustrates that things work out. And if you're trying to get about the rat race, even if you don't have a clue now how it's going to work out, it can still work out sooner than you think, no matter what time period we're in. Yeah, Shiva, if you're working, it feels like you're in a maze, and just trapped, that's no good. That's no good. Q boy, I'm not using the GoPro. The GoPro's right here. I'm using my Logitech 4K webcam. But thank you if it's looking crispy. I appreciate that. Greatest ever said, I'd rather be broke or beg for money than be in the rat race. Let's go. What up, Lee? Flying to Denver. Oh, nice. Suggestions for side hustles in 2024? I don't give out a lot of suggestions for side hustles, Gabriel, because I've noticed that most internet people say the same ones. The best side hustles are ones that no one is talking about. The ones that everybody's saying try, everybody's doing them. You know what I mean? And it's been so long since I had to do another side hustle that I really would. I could just give you the same old ones, gig work, which is true, but like I don't know how good it is anymore. I think for side hustles, and I know I'll even go on the internet sometimes to look for inspiration, or research. But honestly, I think the best side hustles are ones you figure out for yourself. Hey, what do I like doing? How can I make money off that? Because those are the ones that maybe not as many people are doing. Like the more unique you can make a side hustle, the better, I think. Someone said I'm living. Lee, I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation. If I go back broke, I'm cool. You know, if I go back to work broke, cool. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying myself. David, I definitely think having a plan is helpful. Um, I'm not saying don't plan, but yeah, I think living below your means, that's a big one. Starting a plan, even if the plan changes along the way, just starting to do things every day that's like, this is helping to pave the way to my freedom, And honestly, at the end of the day, all you really need to do is find another job that pays you the same or more that you enjoy. That could happen a week from now. Nothing says you can't put in applications and 3 months from now you find a better job that you enjoy. You're out the rat race. It doesn't always have to be life-alteringly difficult. It can be, and that's cool too. But you know what I mean? Like just thinking that, like, this could change relatively quickly. It might not. And so I'm killing my bills, I'm lowering my expenses, I'm bringing in a little extra money here and there where I can, doing all those things. But like, fortunes rise and fall in an instant. You could be out the rat race next year. Hey, Dolo, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad, I appreciate that, Dolo. I didn't see that. Thank you. Hey, cut out the corn, the smoking and drinking. You locked in. Let's go, Dolo. Your vices is how they get you, man. Your vices is how they get you. So the more of those we can cut out, the better. Super Chat Squad, thank you. Too cool for Hyrule. Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying, you said you're depressed, your current job, don't see a way out. Literally, you just need another job. You know what I mean? Like, that's something to dwell on when you get super depressed. Is you're like, bro, as soon as I find another job, I'm good. I just need to look for another job. Yeah, I'm eating good tonight. I told myself I'm gonna eat good tonight. What up, Jeanette? Financial Conversations with Brian. How you doing? How you doing? Angela made an appointment to go to the post office to get your passport. Yes, let's go. Let's go, Angela. I don't have a Discord, Brandon. I started one and then I never was on there, so I was like, why do it? I don't think I've tried Persian food though yet, Doe. I recommend this is the newest one, the GoPro Black 12 Black. Yeah, so I would recommend that one because it's only like $300 on Amazon. So yeah, I recommend that one because why not get the latest one? And sometimes they'll have an upgrade and it's not as good. Everyone's kind of saying that the 12 is a good upgrade. So Kashif, what up? Theodore, you quit your toxic job today, no notice. Hey, and that's another way to get out the rat race. The instantaneous method, the Montana exit. Just leave. Hey, yes, eternally. I heard about that. I heard about the Wells Fargo employee who was dead at her desk for 4 days until they found her. That's crazy. Now it was the weekend. I think a lot of people were working remotely. Like, it's possible. It's not it's horrible, but it's not as crazy as it initially sounds. It's not as crazy as it would have been 20 years ago. Because yeah, I feel like a lot of these offices are empty. I don't want to hear about nobody dying, but like, if she'd been at home, she might have still died. So, like I said, I don't think it's as crazy as it would have been 20 years ago. I just think it happened. It's still crazy, but I just think it happened to fall in like a time where like nobody was there and nobody. It's not like I think she worked herself to death. I think it was just like, or maybe she did, but like they just didn't find her. But it's still crazy. What up, Vanessa? Hey, too cool. I mean, I think the feet picks market is oversaturated, but who knows? You might have the best feet out there, or the worst feet out there. Don't think that the people with the foot fetishes don't like, some of them don't like the gnarly feet. There's no rules. There's no right or wrong. Tamiko, you have 5.5 years to retire, but you can't receive your pension until you're 60. That's another interesting. I'm looking at, I'm like, pension, what is that? I'm excited somebody's getting a pension, but I feel your pain that like you have to wait. What will that be, 4.5 years to get it? That's crazy. Q Boy, I don't know if they would trade GoPros. I'm not sure. Health over work. Hey, I agree. Lee, you took the Japanese girls hiking and they gave you thank you notes and gifts. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Why are you sad? Why are you sad then? Because you're leaving them? T Black, what up? It would definitely suck to die at work. Yeah, it would definitely suck to die at work. Yeah, that would be. But I mean, I guess if you're gonna, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter where you go. I'm getting into these fries with the hot. Lola, I'm telling you, I think that market is saturated, but you can give it a try. Oh yeah, we back, different location, different food. This morning we have breakfast now. Now we're having dinner. Joe said, watching from Perth, Australia. I just might have a few years off work. Hey, do it. Do it. I'm trying to normalize sabbaticals, years off, months off. It's good to get out, get rejuvenated, and then come back. And that could be normal. Like that, our society could be like, oh yeah, you work for 10 years and then you take a year off. You know, I promise you, you'd be ready to go back to work probably after a year. I don't know, Dolo. Is that true? You said when escaping the rat race is always a new maze. Is there? Like why would that be true? That sounds like something we've been taught to believe to keep us in one maze. Why would there be another maze? Always. Lee, you do sound different. You're taking people hiking, you're making friends. You wasn't doing none of that at the Y. These fries are good. I'm sucking these fries down. No diddy. It doesn't have a room divider. Well, actually, yeah, it does. That's what that is. I didn't know that. I didn't even realize that was a room divider. Appreciate you saying that, Brian. So let's give Tim a like, boost this channel. I'm reading the comments. I don't know why Lee talks in third person, but it's cool. You know what's really crazy is that Lee is not Lee's real name. So since me and Lee are friends in real life, I know his real name. And so sometimes when I'm talking to other people who know Lee, I call him Lee, and they'll be like, "Who are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, that's his YouTube name." So it is weird that Lee has a fake name and uses it in the third person, but that's my boy. So yeah, I'm definitely a minimalist, people. Yeah, I mean, two suitcase Timmy. Well, here, which for the on this trip I'm identifying as one backpack Timmy. So temporarily, you can change what you identify as. Yeah, have fruit and fries. Started out healthy. Hey Lola, it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate it's the thought that counts. How long do I think till something major pops off again? I try not to think about stuff like that, Johnny. I'll be honest with you. I spend almost no time thinking about that. When it pops off, it pops off. What do I care? Like, I try to be in the moment, and I've been being in the moment a lot more lately, and just enjoy life now. When something big pops off, it pops off. Like I don't. It's odd to me that we worry about things like that. It might be 20 years from now. It might be tomorrow. I don't know. You quit the rat race by leaving California simply. Hey, drastic times call for drastic measures. A lot of people leaving California. Oh, bro, this is what I'm talking about. We don't this respectfully. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong. Sorry, Lee, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I was trying to delete the message in front of you. Like, we don't have to, respectfully. This is not the news, so we don't have to mention negative stuff just because it happened. You know, if there's bad things that happen that have no bearing on the conversation, we don't have to just say them. Like, what is it getting us? Now, the Wells Fargo thing, that was different because that's a story and we can talk about it. But like mentioning just random acts that happened, respectfully, like, what does it do for us? See, that's like, we've been programmed to just always take that stuff in, spit it back out. We just hit 100 likes. Thank y'all. But I'm always like, yeah, if it doesn't add nothing, I don't need to know about it. Thank you, Drake. I appreciate that. Been watching since 2021. Oh, appreciate you sticking around. Struggling to ditch the car, Brian. Honestly, I don't know if there's anything someone else can say to help you get rid of your car. I would say just go ahead and get rid of it. Just, bite the bullet. If you think you want to get rid of it, you know what I mean? I don't think there's no one else can say or anything that'll make you not have your reservations about it. It's either decide you're going to keep it, which is fine, or just take it down there to the CarMax and get rid. You know what I mean? It's like taking the leap. You know. Gabe in jumped off the hamster wheel 4 months ago, living it and loving it as a full-time nomad. Congratulations. Let's go. Oh, it's always respectfully. I don't. That keeps me in check when I remind myself to say respectfully. You know what I mean? Like, and it comes with respect. No, I didn't almost time you out, Lee. I just deleted the wrong comment. I was not gonna time you out. Yeah, we're doing a double. We here. Hayden retired 2019. I didn't eat on the train. I apologize for eating. See, Aaron, I handle criticism by getting on the internet and talking about it. I am getting better at it, and a lot of it I just ignore. Like, I'm better at criticism, I think, in real life than on the internet. Because, like, at least people who criticize you in real life know you. So it's kind of like, whatever. When some troll just says something about you on the internet, sometimes it's annoying because they don't know you. But yeah, in real life, I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But the internet, I try to just ignore it. Like, what do I care? At the end of the day, that's my stance. It's people's right to criticize me. It changes nothing in my life if you criticize me. If what they're saying is true, well, then it's true. Like, I can't get mad because it's true. If it's not true, I really shouldn't care because it's not true. So why am I getting worked up? If it is true, maybe it's a respect thing. They shouldn't be going around saying it, in my opinion, but they have the right to. I try to just not get worked up. Can you live off a boat? I mean, it's possible, Finesse. Can you do it? I don't know, but I think there's people who do. You jealous of the seafood box, Dolo? It's good. Actually, I'm not on the GoPro, Gabe. So yeah, this stream isn't. I'm on my Logitech. Hold on, see if I can show it to you. Oh, turn the screen. That's what I'm on. Ooh, my phone looks dirty. I'm on my webcam. It paid for itself 3 years ago. I think it paid for itself in 2020. Tadora, thank you. Thank you. Said your lives and videos are uplifting. I try. We try, you know. I think we can all use that. The chosen one. I've done that. I've done the cross country. I went from a couple years back. I went from Seattle to Washington D.C. Stopped in Chicago for a few nights. Yeah, and then I flew back home. It was a cool trip. Yeah, yeah, cross country train trip, especially that one north, the Seattle to Washington D.C. one. That's a pretty cool one. The leg from Seattle to Chicago was really really beautiful. It takes you through a lot of places. No cars really go. Takes you through Glacier National Park. So yeah. I agree with you on that. Yeah. Uh, Too cool. That's a good question. I think people criticize other people because their lives aren't going well. Maybe they're bored. Maybe it makes them feel better. A lot of reasons. Think back to the last time you or I criticized somebody because we do it. Why did we do it? You know, maybe to feel like part of the group that was criticizing. I don't know. Big Mike, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, I was meaning to drop in these D books. Can I send you someone my wage rat race money? I don't know. I don't know what that question is, Shiva. I don't know what you're asking. Oh, Ruby, yes, yes. I love this question. Can I inspire a character of my comic on you? He's a monk. Definitely, please do. That'd be awesome. Oh, only if like you show me a picture of it once it's done. Yeah, you keep me in the loop on it, Ruby. Yeah. Because that would be awesome. That's a flex right there. That's a flex. Like like I'm in a comic book. That'd be awesome, Ruby. Yeah. That would make my day actually, especially since it's a monk. I rock with that. I rock with that. Yeah, that's awesome. That'd be cool. We can do that. Oh, I'm about to get into one of these shrimp. I'm about to get one of these shrimp. I'm hungry. Mm. Mm. I almost screwed up. I put no cocktail sauce on it. Hold on. You gotta dip it good. I see you, Pier 88. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Hold on. No, these shrimps is good. They're the right. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get shrimp that are a little too soggy, a little too hard. They're the right. I'm having to do the right amount of chewing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, this is why y'all from Pier 88. Never heard of it, but good food. Y'all eating with me? Okay, cool. Let's get it. Let's do it. Hold on. That's good. I didn't eat on the train. And before I got on the train for lunch, all I had was a hot dog. So OJ, we are just outside of Seattle. I had a good evening. I'm dropping crumbs all over the place. Walden is a great book, Asmina. They have the audio book on YouTube, and I listen to it to go to sleep some nights. I might listen to it tonight. See, Aaron, I have not been majorly depressed since I was like 19, late teens, early 20s. So, fortunately, I'm hoping that I'm done with that. I'm hoping. Big Mike said, "Do you ever get pushback from family about certain choices you've made about your life? If so, how'd you deal with it?" Um, Mike, I feel blessed that my family really doesn't care what I do. Um, there's a part of my family that It's very into a certain religion. They disagree with that. But other than that, they don't really care. Then my dad, who's really like the main family member in my life, as of like my blood family, he really does not care. Like he's more concerned that I'm a good person, that I'm not bothering him, asking him for money. You know what I mean? He just wants me to be independent, responsible, good person. So like, when I talk to my dad, he's like, "Hey, where you at now? What are you doing?" There's never any like, "Why aren't you doing?" I don't think ever in my life my dad has ever came at me about my choices as far as work or relationship or any of that. Like my dad's a lot like me. If I had kids, I would not care. As long as they're like surviving and like not bothering me, what do I care? You know? So that's why it's very foreign to me. And I'm learning to be empathetic and understand. It's foreign to me having family who cares like that. You know what I mean? What do they care? It's not affecting them, but I know for a lot of families, they think it reflects on them what you do. And so if you're not following the rules, it looks bad on them. But my family's always been kind of outliers and like, my dad's very introverted. So like it don't bother. I appreciate the fact that he's content with having raised a good son. You know what I mean? And it's crazy how that's not enough for a lot of families. You can't just be a good son or daughter. It's like, yeah, you're a good son or daughter, but where are you working? How much money are you making? What does your house look like? It's crazy. So I feel blessed to like have family that doesn't care. And on the flip side, I think my family knows I wouldn't care if they cared. I think they know. Everyone who knows me knows. You can, Tim's gonna do what Tim's gonna do. So the people I really cherish and I consider friends that are really good friends, I consider family, I respect their opinions, but they know Tim's going to do what Tim's going to do. It doesn't matter what you say. Like, you're wasting your breath if you come at me about something crazy about my job isn't good enough or I need to stop living like a nomad. I'll listen respectfully, but it's going to go one ear out the other. Like, hey, Tim's going to do what Tim's going to do because Tim will accept the consequences for what he does. Um, Mike01 Davis, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you. So what up, Tim in the chat? Recovering from being sick the past week. Just going from a rat race. Enjoy Washington State. Thank you. I will. And glad you're feeling better. Glad you're feeling better. Yeah, I was sick a couple times this summer, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy Washington. Thank you. Shout out to you and the fam. Hey, and we got Monkey Finesse. Thank you. Super Chat Squad. Thank you. The Super Chat Train. Thank you so much. So my check just came in. Okay, let me share some of my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. I was focused on money, went to a dark place, and you simplified it. Number two, happiness and positivity. Yes, exactly. And the funny thing is, I think when you simplify, you focus on happiness, positivity, stop taking life so serious. One of the byproducts of that is a lot of times increased financial abundance. It's weird. It's all tied together. It's all tied together. So thank you, Mike01 and Monkey Finesse. Thank you. I mean, Jack, I think there's wisdom in all the holy books. I don't subscribe to any organized religion, but I think there's wisdom. There's some wisdom in all the holy books. Creative, Amisha. Yeah, man, you got to put in work to follow me. We out here working. It's the new internet. You got to be putting in all types of content all times. What's going on here? Why are people adding Mike and asking him questions? Maybe I missed something. Yeah, Miss Dennis. Yeah, that unspoken expectation for no reason. If you take it a step further and say, why? Why do I have to have XYZ by certain times? Why? What changes? If I'm not married by 25, what changes? My bank account stays the same. I'm still, I look, like what changes? All this undue pressure, like you said, this undue stress for what? No, and when you realize that, like I stop and ask myself a lot of times, if this doesn't happen, what changes in my life? There's lots of things. Oh, if you leave the house, you got to be looking your best. Why? You ever been to Walmart? And people aren't looking their best. They still have to sell them items. You know what I mean? Like just so many examples of things we put pressure on ourselves and say we have to do, that if you pull back and be like, why do I have to do it? People can't explain it. They'll try. Oh, because if you did, but their explanations don't make sense because there's no real reason. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm not as crisp as I was earlier. Okay. I'm actually in Tequila, which is near Seattle. I was going to Seattle, but I changed my mind. I don't want to stay in the hostel. Follow your gut. Something was saying don't go to that hostel. I just couldn't shake it. Something was saying don't go. So I was like, I don't want to go. Hey Gabe, I appreciate you saying that. And I try to, one of the reasons I don't mind, I used to feel kind of weird live streaming a lot, but I'm like, hey, the news comes on every day. You know, we can all use some more positivity. How would I handle someone that rides by my place on their bicycle several times each night? Well, the good thing with me, greatest ever, is I don't stay in one place long, so I'd be up out of there. But I don't know how I would handle that. Like when I was in my apartment in Denver, if that happened, I don't know. That's a hard one. I guess call the cops. I don't know. CJ, what up? What up? What up? Thank you. Thank you, Angela, for asking people to hit the like button. I appreciate that. Lee said, "How do I get over the fear of traveling? I've been in the woods for 4 months." Just you, Lee. You know how it goes. Just get back to it. I talked to one of my really good friends, Cyan, today while I was sitting at the train station, and I was telling him it felt weird after being up in the mountains for 4 months when I went to Denver a couple days ago, because that was the first time. Every other time I came down the mountain, it was on like a staff trip, or something work related. So that was the first time I was like, because at a seasonal job, you're very, you work with people, you live with people, you eat with people. Yeah, everything's the job. So I always had that net around me, and it felt weird being in the hotel in Denver. It's just me, and I was like, oh man, I got to remember all my travel stuff. You know what I mean? So it'll come back to you, Lee. Stephanie, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you. Stephanie Revert said you were so insightful. Thank you for being you, Tim. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. But it's weird when someone says thank you for being you to say you're welcome. But I guess that's the only way to answer. It's all I know how to be. So thank you, Stephanie. Oh, Mike, someone assumed you left the rat race. Okay. Got you. Oh, that could be misconstrued. Okay, I knew what you were saying, but yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. Again. Super Chat Squad, weird. I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, like if someone's like, I leave the house, looking good because I'm trying to impress people, cool, you know. But a lot of people do it who ain't trying to impress people. A lot of people feel like they need to get dressed up. And this was just one example. But a lot of people feel like they need to get dressed up to go in public, and then they get mad when people look at them because they just trying to run down to the Walgreens and get some smart food popcorn, so they can, gorge themselves while they're watching Gilmore Girls. You know what I mean? And then it's like, why are these dudes on me? Or men do the same thing. But like, there's things we do that don't make sense. When will I come to Michigan, Duncan? I don't know. I'll be honest. Michigan's not on my list. Really? Like, unmanifest. I don't go into particulars about my YouTube income because I don't see the point. But yeah, views are definitely views and income is definitely different than it was in the past. Not to mention, sometimes I have things I want to do, and so even when my YouTube income was a little better, to for example, renting this hotel room. I like to rent hotel rooms like this. In order to do that, when I'm on vacation, I need YouTube and to work. If I wasn't working and doing YouTube, I would have had to stay at that hostel, which that hostel wasn't cheap, but I would have had to stay in that hostel. I'd booked a private room. I would have had to like stay in that hostel in the dorm room. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes it's like I could make it with just YouTube, but in order to do like the things I want to do, I gotta kind of, do that. I need to keep that on. I need to find a plug. Oh, hold on. I think I found it. Hold on. Got it. Hold on, folks. I'm gonna be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Have I been to Tacoma? I went through Tacoma today on the train. I think e-bikes are cool, Gabe. I think e-bikes are cool. Alex, yes. When honestly, my first seasonal job, I had some interesting roommates. After that, all my roommates have been decent. Um, I go back to the Y a lot because they've never given me a roommate, so that's one of the things in their favor. But yeah, when have had roommates, occasionally, you have issues. CJ, yeah, some of us are nature lovers, man, and I love turning people on to nature who previously didn't really rock with it because yeah, it's game changing if you're a nature lover. Big Mike, yes, I've been to Mexico, Thailand, and the Philippines. Yes. Do I think inflation is getting crazy? I mean, inflation is doing what it does. Patrick, I'm calling to work tomorrow. Okay. Hey, Hector, you said you want to live life, not work as much. You're doing good at what you're doing now. It's hard to let that go. I mean, and that's very understandable. Could you give yourself like a time limit? Okay, I'm gonna do this for 5 more years. Then I'm gonna take 3 months off. I'm gonna take 6 months off and see. I think the important thing I feel like is to see the alternative as well, because that's the thing. A lot of times we just stay in the one and we look at the other, but we never try it. So like it is possible to set things up where you're like, okay, I mean, you can go into HR or talk to your boss and be like, hey, would it be possible 3 years from now to me to take 6 months off? Or something like that. We're like, it's not one or the other. It's possible to try, figure out a way to keep your job and what you're doing that you love, and maybe find a way to try the other thing. For 6 months, I'm not going to work as much and see if I like it. You might find, nah, I enjoy working better. Or you might find like, oh, that 6 months was so exciting and thrilling and peaceful and relaxing that it'll give you the ammunition you need, the push you need to like figure something else out for work. But you have to try the other one. You can't just do the one and then assume you know what the other would be like. So I would recommend finding a way eventually to try taking not working so much on like a trial basis and see how you like it. Yeah, Craig, the Fever are going to be a problem in the playoffs. Lexi Hull is starting to be the Lexi Hull we remember from Stanford. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. Yeah, the Fever are going to be a problem in the playoffs. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah, the Pacific Northwest is the vibe, Angela. Yeah. Yeah, outdoors. It's the one near Estes Park. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the one I always go to. It's the biggest one in the world. Humble flex. The biggest one in the world. Hey, Key Wellness, I see you in a hotel room too. One suitcase, a book bag, and a duffel bag. Let's go. Yeah, it's a nice room. It's nice. I mean, you checked the bed out. Oh, y'all saw it when I left. I'll be honest, Seattle, this area ain't cheap. But like I said, when I'm on vacation, if things work out, I just roll with them. You know, we'll deal with, we'll figure out the money later. If we go back home broke, we go back home broke. We typically don't. We go back just a little bit above broke, but that's fine with me. That's fine with me. If I go, here's a question I don't think I've ever been asked before. If you went to a hibachi with your beautiful wife, girlfriend, and the hibachi chef trying to hand feed your girl, are you gonna feel some type of way? What's the type of move? What if he's trying to riz? Is he hand feeding all the women? How is my girlfriend wife reacting? Because honestly, I'm gonna take my cue from her. So if she's enjoying it, because obviously I'm gonna trust her. So if she's enjoying it and thinks it's fun, I'm probably not gonna say anything, me personally, because why not? But if I can tell that she feels a little uncomfortable and is kind of doing it just because he's got the spoon right there with the food on it, I might say something then. I might just be like, "Hey, my man, respectfully, she can feed herself. We can feed ourselves over here." You know what I mean? But I probably would kind of play off her energy. I mean, because what if he is trying to holler? That really don't. If it's not in a way that's like super disrespectful, like he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this girl over this guy." Well, she leaving with me. We leaving together. You know what I mean? So like, if it don't seem very just like disrespectful to me and she's enjoying it, I don't care. It's extra. That hibachi restaurant would probably be costing me an arm and a leg. I want her to have as much fun as possible because we not coming back again till her birthday. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Or costing her a lot of money. Do I foresee the nomadic community growing to an unprecedented number in 2025? No, but I do see it growing as it has been every year. Sarah, I work at the YMCA of the Rockies in Estes Park. Hold on, I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna put you on game. Hold on. Y'all know what link I'm about to put in here. I love doing this. Hold on. Are you taking so long? I'll put the link in the chat, so check it out. Hey, Melissa, glad I can help you feel better and less alone. Yes, you are welcome. You're welcome. That is the goal, and y'all do the same for me. So you're welcome, and thank you. Oh, you was in Philippines in April? There's a lot of stairs, really? Why? What up, Clayton? Sorry to hear about your husband, greatest ever. Spiritual nomad life. By the way, I was instructed to tell you to check your Instagram. I was instructed to tell you to check your Instagram. So I'm relaying the message. Um, have I been to the San Juan Islands up past Seattle? No, I haven't. I haven't. You did a couple seasonal jobs up there. Ooh, I might look into that. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm always looking for new places. Check your Instagram. Um, if you can still get on there. Oh yeah, people will definitely be salty if you take a break from work. Yeah, they'll be hating. People be salty. They'll be talking trash, but that's on them. Thank you, Wendy. What if the hibachi chef is Chris Brown? I really don't care then. Hang on, I'll be right back. I really don't care then. You know what I mean? I'm not celebrity jealous. You know what I mean? If I'm with somebody and she got a celebrity crush, if she ever meets that person, have fun. Like, I don't care. Like, what? It's Chris Brown, bro. Take pictures. Eat out of his hand. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, the celebrity thing wouldn't bother me. I don't feel like it's a celebrity, bro. 710, quit your job 3 days ago. Oh, nice. Congratulations. Lord Saya, you're 20, you're gonna quit work at 30. Okay, I respect that. Missed a comment. I'll be missing comments sometimes. People respond to a comment like, I didn't even see the original comment. Andy, it's definitely not too late to escape the rat race. There will be people who escape the rat race 10 years from now. So like 20, you mean like there's always opportunity. And that's what I said in the beginning. Viewing life as, full of endless opportunities. It's never too late to do anything if you're breathing. You know what I mean? For the most part, there can be some things in life that you miss the window, but the rat race I don't think is, because really all you need to do to get out the rat race is find another way to support yourself. It could be another job. That can happen next week. You get online and hop on Indeed and there's a job and you get it and you're making the same money or more. You know what I mean? Like, so no, it's definitely not too late. Michael says maybe the dream of financial freedom promised either in hustle culture or in minimalistic frugal living may serve as an illusion to keep us scrambling or sedated in the matrix of capitalism itself. I disagree, Michael, especially with the minimalist frugal living one. I don't see why that would be an illusion. And this is something that people do. And I'm not saying you, but this happens a lot. Whenever you push back at like the system and the prevailing wisdom of doing things, people will take what you say and try to say it's doing the same thing, and they try to get very deep and philosophical about it. I don't ever delve into that. Like, maybe it is. It wasn't for me. I'm not smart enough to figure out if that's the plan. But I know minimalistic frugal living worked for me, so that's all I got. Yeah, Glow. Oh, The Weeknd is streaming his concert in San Paulo tomorrow on YouTube. Okay. I see. Yeah, I know what you're gonna be doing tomorrow. Ben, I'm not currently in Colorado Estes Park, but I will be back there next month. Yes. So Dolo, I'm technically houseless, I guess, but never homeless. No. Oh, okay. So Mike, you was in the Providences, and they don't see 6'1" dark chocolate 250 a lot. Okay, that makes sense. How do you deal with people who feel some type of way about you being quiet initially? I still struggle with that. Those who know me know I'm pretty outgoing when comfortable. Um, who's in Brazil? Nobody's in. The Weekend is in Brazil. Um, Alex, why do you have to do anything? Would be my question to you. The problem is them. Like, they feel some type of way. So why do you have to do anything? That you don't have a problem. You're quiet initially, then you open up. That's you. That's your process. Why do you have to do anything? Why do you have to deal with it? What is there to deal with? They have a problem. They have to do the dealing, not you. You're too quiet. Okay. That's how I would deal with it. I would just say, okay, and then get real quiet. There's this example, like, we make problems for ourselves and we put stress on ourselves for no reason. There's no problem for you. You have a process, it works for you. Just keep being quiet initially and then opening up later. They'll get over it. And like you said, the people who know you. So like, you can't spend your life trying to like deal with problems for people who don't know you. Because you can't. If someone doesn't know me, I can't walk up to them and explain who I am to them. Like there's no way to deal with that. You know what I mean? Like and once again, you said when I want to get to know somebody, it is off putting to some people. That's them. Like you said, they're usually the wrong people. Like that's them. Like you can't please everybody. And you definitely can't change yourself to please, even if you tried. Even if I had some advice for you, well, do this, it wouldn't work because that's who you are. So it's just like they have the. If it's off-putting, well, then y'all just ain't gonna be friends. Like if the natural way you interact with someone puts them off, then y'all will probably not be friends unless it's some weird opposite attracts and like 3 years later y'all get married, whatever. Um, uh, I used to have this thing at the bar that like the women who really hated me when they first met me, we always ended up hooking up like 3 weeks later or something like that. The ones who really could not stand me, but that's different. But yeah, if you if people don't like the way you communicate, they're probably not going to be your friend. That's fine. Claire, I sold my car in December. Do I think it's easier for men? Do I think men have it easier nomading than women? I couldn't say. I couldn't say. I've never nomaded as a woman, so I can't. I know lots of women who nomad, and they seem great and fine, but I could never, barring some way to be both. I could never say. How do I manage any health needs? I just go to the doctor and I go to the urgent care, go to clinics, and I just pay cash when I need medical attention. But I don't go to the doctor much. T Ramos, how you doing? So Black Vegan, you on board? Let's go. Gabriel, I don't know what nightcrawler feet means, so like I'm avoiding that question for the fourth time. It's crazy you brought that back. You must really want to talk about nightcrawler feet, whatever that means. Would I do van life? Not currently. I have no desire to do van life, but I mean that could change. But currently, I don't have a desire to do that. Is that a joke, Ruby? Was that a joke? Like I'm like was that intended to be funny or okay? Moving on. It's your boy Tim Constance. We here. Thank you. Glad you like that. Oh, okay. Cool, 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 cool. Like that's what I'm saying. I couldn't tell if you were being serious, and I didn't want to like laugh. And you like no. These days with gender, you gotta be careful. You can't just assume. So that's why I was like, is it the joke? Okay, all right, yeah, okay. No, you good. I know sometimes I read things wrong, so I always ask now. Um, you gotta be careful with gender these days. Say the wrong thing, get canceled. But to answer your question, no, I don't have any plans for when I'm going to be nominated as a woman. Currently, that could change. Who knows? Greatest ever going to see a chiropractor tomorrow. X-rays for $20. Okay, okay. Jessica, Jess, double Jess, double Jess. That would be JJESS if you said double J. I think a cool way to say Jessica Jess. Oh yes, I've heard people say that, Lola, that there's 100+ genders. Cool. I'm accepting of all of them. Do what you do. Gender how you gender, bro. It don't sis or 98 others. I'm all for it. ZZ, what up? ZZ. Is that how you pronounce XET? How do you pronounce that? Like Xena? ZZ? This guy, boy, I'm struggling. Oh boy, we back on the feed. Back on the feed. Here's the thing: the worse your feet, the more somebody will like them. There's no accounting for taste, especially in the fetishes. Nah, Sarah. See, that's that old school thinking. Nah, there's hundred of them now. Which I mean, like I'm being honest when I say I'm all for it. Like I'm never gonna sit here and tell somebody they have to identify with one of two genders. Like if there's other genders people want to identify with, why do I care? Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel whole and complete. Like it don't bother me. Like why would I care? That's why I don't understand when other people come up with things that make them feel more alive or more human or more at home in their own skin. I don't understand why those of us who aren't in the conversation get in the conversation. I mean, you're able you have the right to have your own beliefs and opinions. Um, but the people who feel the need to really argue back, I'm like, why do you care, bro? Like if you're a dude and you're comfortable being a dude, I don't care. If somebody else wants to be something else. Anybody who talks about, I don't even want to say it, but like, and I get this is the news, so like I don't like to discuss this random news story, negative news stories, like especially when there's nothing more you can say. You know, there's a tragedy happened at a school. I'll say that. What more can we say? Like what? Not to be callous, it's probably one of the worst things you can imagine. But like, why do we have to talk about it every time? What can we say? So I'm timing out anybody who brings that up just because it's negative, respectfully. One Man Island. I think kids are smart. You know what I mean? I think kids are more. Kids are closer to enlightenment than we are, and I think kids are smart, and they will figure out for themselves what their views are and all that. So like, I don't think that's going to be what pushes our kids over the edge. I think there's a lot worse programming that goes on than you telling your kids there's 98 genders. You know, that's just my opinion. Yeah, would it be maybe a little confusing to them? Maybe. Um, or you could explain it like you may just think you're a little girl, but there may be other people who don't see it that way. So they have the right to pick another gender. Very simple. And your daughter will be like, okay. A lot of things we don't have to go into deep, and I've never been a parent, so take this with a grain of salt. But I think a lot of things we don't have to go into deep detail about. You can just say that person feels this way, and so this is who they are, and then get back to teaching the kid about who they are. John, what up? I just don't think I think we make it a hard issue because if we insist on not just accepting it, it's a hard issue if you insist on thinking about it the old way, which is fine if you want to do that. But I think it's a very simple issue if you just understand that there's some people who see it different. Maybe because my whole life I've been different and seen things different. It doesn't strike me as that crazy an issue. Like it's interesting, but like I don't think it's explaining it to the kids. I don't think it's the end of the world. Like yeah, exactly. That's a harder one, Lola. The kids who come to school dressed in cat outfits. That's a harder one. There's a lot of things that are a lot harder to explain to, I think, than just Exactly, Gabriel. The news is just repetitive. Like they know the things that really hit us. And so those are the things that like they bring up a lot. Because even within the realm of negativity, there's negative stuff that the news doesn't talk about a lot because it doesn't, no one cares. It doesn't bother us. But the things that they know strike a very deep, like emotional chord and like fill us with dread, they're going to bring up. And so you got to ask yourself what type of organization wants you to like be terrified, wants to remind you that your kids aren't safe sometimes, you know. These people you turn to every night because you think they're your friends and they're telling you what's going on in the world, you look at them a little different when you realize that they're purposefully finding the negative news stories that have the greatest impact on you and telling you them over and over and over again. They're not just reporting the news. They're reporting the bad news that they know will affect you the worst. Think about that next before you turn the news on next time. Like, yeah. Every now and then, like Crypto John, I don't listen to the radio much. It's rare I have the radio on. Bro, I'm not like I don't. These days, it's too easy to get your own music. You know, in 1930, yeah, you had to have the radio on. So I almost never have the radio on. But if I ever do, that's usually what happens. They'll start telling the news, and I turn it off. Um, yeah, yeah. Why would I ever listen to the radio? I can just get on Spotify. Yeah, it's a control mechanism. They know how to push your buttons and make you in fear, and then they know that that fear is going to make you act in certain ways. The more fearful you are, I think the more predictable you are a lot of times. If you're not scared, you'll do anything. Think about it. If you're not scared, you'll do anything. If you got kids, or nieces and nephews like me, think about your most fearless child in your life. They will get up to anything. You walk in the room, you don't see them, you don't know where they're at. They could be doing anything. But the one kid who's super scared, you know, little Johnny's gonna be in the corner on his iPad because he's scared to do anything else. He's a dream to babysit. You know what I mean? But them fearless kids, you never know. How did you get on the roof? There's no ladder. Um, that's how it is for our babysitters. The more fear they put us in, the more they can control us. They know what we're going to do. If we're fearless, they don't know where we might end up. They don't know what we're going to be doing. So, yeah, just shove more fear down their throat, control them. You know what they're doing. You got them. Hey, CA, I appreciate you coming through driving the light. Like, we're almost at 200 likes. Thank y'all. What was your question, Andre? Because, yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to go back and find a question. So if you just repeat the question, it'll probably be quicker for me to respond than if you type in, you missed my question. Craven, yeah, I don't like the generational thing. I don't like the generational labels because it automatically puts you in a box. Uh, I'm not going to go down that road, Andre. I am all for equal rights. So if there's any laws that might violate those, I'm not for them. But yeah, I love everybody. I want everybody to be able to live just as free and as equal as everybody else. Um, yeah, we're not going to dive out into those waters because it'll get. You think the chat got weird about gender? It'll really get, So that's my moral line. Is like I want everyone to be able to live free and be equal, and I don't think that's hard to do. Oh, 200 likes. Yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all. How do I do a rejection? It's funny. The word like deal with. It's a weird concept Because what we all do for the most part is like if we get rejected, it hurts. And then we kind of go through whatever process we go through to get through the pain, and then we move on. So we all deal with rejection the same way. We keep it pushing for the most part. The only way we differ is the little process afterwards of like how we process it, I guess. But that doesn't really make a difference. Whether I just brush off and go, okay, whatever, or I cry for 3 days, it's really, you know what I mean? You don't like deal with rejection. It just happens and life goes on. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. A lot of things people are, how you deal with that? I'm like, you keep living. You know what I mean? Most like that's, and once you realize that too, it makes you less fearful of what's going to happen in the future. If I realize, oh, if I get rejected, life still goes on. No matter what I do after the rejection, life is just going to go on. It might hurt. I might be embarrassed. I might cry. Life goes on. I might just turn and walk away. Life goes on. It does not matter the happening. Life will go on. So why am I scared of it? Judy, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love, much love. Thank you, Judy. Super Chat Squad. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like my camera's crisper. Oh, that's crisp back there, boy. Thank you, Judy. Much love, much love. Super Chat Squad. Thank you, Judy Corbridge. Zach, I'm up in the suburbs of Seattle. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in the cage. Oh, Ken, you went and saw Keanu Reeves' band? Oh, nice, nice. Any concerts I'm thinking of? Nah, I'm not really a concert person. I think more along the lines of basketball games, women's basketball games. That's my concert. Just living happy is never enough. Craven, I gotta disagree. I think, or you're saying for some people that is. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I think living happy is and content is all that could ever be enough. I think. Nathan, I think employers start hiring for the summer after the new year, typically. Um, but February is probably like, yeah, the biggest month. You probably definitely catch a company hiring in like February. One thing I love about my viewers, their positive energy. Whoa, hold on. Remove. No, it's still there's like 7 games left, I think, in the season, Ken. Then the playoffs. Did I ever get paid vacations or bonuses on my old jobs? Not really. I don't think so. Did I? I feel like I might have got a paid vacation. Why is that sounding like I might have at one job? My thoughts on the stock market. I got a little money in the market. I think it's. I've recently got more into investing, so yeah, I think there is something to know the market is a risk. The way a lot of other people talk about the stock market, I don't talk about it. But I do think there is the market is a good way to grow your wealth. So there's that. But I'm always, it is a risk. But we're gonna get more into that in later videos. Well, Sean, I don't know. I think it'll be cool to hit 50, and I guess it is a milestone. But it'll just be another day. Trust no, I sold my car because it had a major leak and it was the head gasket, and the mechanic was basically like drive it till it blows up. So I decided to take it down there to the CarMax, and while it was still drivable, and they gave me like $1,100 for it, I took it. Let's go. Lord, you like that PT Cruiser song? That's my jam. That's my theme song. When I need to get hype, I turn on that PT Cruiser. PT Cruiser. Vince, no, I rely on money to live. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be in this hotel room if I didn't have money. See how nice that bed is? See how nice that room is? See how, well, you see how nice that room is right there, boy? Don't look at my luggage. So no, I rely on money. What made you assume I don't rely on money? And here's the thing: quitting the rat race, living a simple life, all that stuff doesn't imply you have to be broke. None of that. That's I think that's the point people miss is like you could change your life up and end off better financially. You know, it's crazy because so many people try it one way and aren't doing the best financially, but automatically assume if you do it the other way, you're going to be broke or broker. That's not always the case. Sometimes you come out better. Or you might just find that, like, oh, I don't need a ton of money to be happy, which is great too. But that's even doing better financially because you don't worry about making so much. So it's just like, it's not about demonizing money or saying I don't want to use money. It's just I want to live my life, and money is a tool that can help with that. If that's the way you decide to, unless there are some people who, like Swalo, decide not to use money. I'm just not one of those people. Hey, Constance, working that part-time job, setting your own schedule, seasonal work from home. Let's go. Harsh, you're welcome. Hey, it's all I know how to be. That's all I know how to be is me, Zachary, I don't have a favorite place to visit. I try not to rank things by favorite, best, all that. Like the places I like a lot, you'll notice I go back to. So, but I don't see the point in ranking. Just seems like a weird thing to do. Oh, Lion, you're in Botham? Okay, nice. I'm not currently dating, no. Seattle's cool, Ken. I come here a lot, so Seattle's cool. F Doctor, how did I adjust to colder climates? It was my first winter. What like first real winter was an adjustment, but like it's just mainly it's harder to adjust to hotter climates than cooler because you can just put on more layers if it's cold and be okay. I think it's harder for people who come from like up north to live down south. So I think I did it the easy way. Sarah, if you're in a lot of debt and not happy because of the stress, I think you got to pay the debt down. Like, I know it's easier said than done, but I think that's the only way. Or file bankruptcy or something like that. But like, you got to get rid of that debt. Hey, Zon, glad I could introduce you to the seasonal minimalist lifestyle. You're in the mountains of Wyoming, stress-free, working season to season, traveling. Let's go. I'm telling you, the seasonal work lifestyle is amazing, man. And people don't know about it. Always like to introduce somebody new to it. Q-Boy says, is it better to have a small savings and be content or have a lot and worry about losing it? I feel like there's a third option where you have a lot and don't stress about losing it. So if you're content, I think it doesn't matter. Small savings, big savings. If you're content, I think you're good. That's the key is the contentment, the not worrying about it. Because there's people with small savings who are worried about losing it because it's all they got, So it's the being content. That's the key. Mr. Beloved, I don't have health care. I feel very blessed to be decently healthy. When I do have to go to the doctor, I go to like an urgent care or like a clinic or something like that. That's what I've done up till now. But I do understand that keeps a lot of people from living this lifestyle because honestly, if I did have something major happen, and if they were like, hey, we can't treat you because you don't have insurance, I just wouldn't be able to get treated. So like for me though, I'm not so married to this life that I'm gonna let that stop me. Not saying I wouldn't be bummed out if it happened, but the ideal that like I want to be as healthy as possible, but like if that did happen and they're like, well, you're gonna die because you didn't have health care, Okay, like I'm willing to accept that. Not that I want it to happen, but I'm willing to accept it. Though I can understand some people not being willing to. But I'm just an energy being experiencing what it's like to be a human. If that experience gets cut short at 50, cool. If it goes until 110, cool. You know, like so that's what has allowed me to kind of live this long without healthcare. Though I will be honest that I think I will get it in 2025 some way, just because I've gone so long without it. But I'm going to figure out a way to do it in which I still can live my life. That's always the ultimate goal for me, is living my life the way I want to live it. So I just have to figure out ways to get the things I need in those parameters. And I think it's possible. Is it the bachelor life forever for me? I don't know. I don't know. See, Aaron, I don't like to make definites like that. Like how would I know? If I meet a beautiful woman and like we get along, let's go. But if I don't, that's cool too. But I don't think I would ever be like, oh, I'm gonna be a bachelor forever. Have I ever experienced overwork or exploitation doing part-time or seasonal work? Yeah, yeah. And I quit those jobs. The jobs where I had one last summer where they were just working me too crazy, and I told them I was going to need less work or more money, and they couldn't do either. So I left. Like it's no hard feelings to them. They were like, hey, you can come back, and I was like, hey, I might one day, but currently y'all working me too hard for the money, so I just left. Simple. Chris checking in from the job. I'm on vacation, so I'm not in Colorado now, but I'll be going back. I'm gonna come back. Yes, I'm gonna come back as a moonbeam. You know me, moonbeam over the planet Xarthon. I'm trying to manifest that. I'm trying to manifest that. Tador, I don't know if there was a specific day when I was like, I'm gonna be positive. You know, there wasn't a specific day I was crowned the crown prince of positivity. I just think it was gradual. When I realized that like negativity does nothing for you. So I'm like, why would I ever be negative? Like it doesn't do, or stay negative long term. Like it doesn't do anything for me. You know, that's why I stopped drinking. Drinking just doesn't do anything for me. That's why I have no desire to go back to it. It does nothing positive for me. So why would I ever want to be negative? It literally does nothing for me. If it did something for me, I might do it. Oh, yeah, but it doesn't. It doesn't. ELQ. I know for me, the health insurance through healthcare.gov was more than I wanted to pay. So that's the thing. Yeah, I could go through healthcare.gov. I wasn't trying to pay $450 a month. And that's just what it was for me. And I know someone's gonna be like, oh, I had a friend of mine help me with some of it. She told me how it was $450 for me. The state of residence for me, my income, it was gonna be $450. I wasn't trying to pay that. Now, some people will say that's cheap. I wasn't trying to pay $450. I might this year. And it might be a little cheaper for me this year. I don't know. But like last year before, it was in the 400s. I wasn't trying to pay that. So yeah, if I lived in the UK, I could have NHS. Daydreaming in Denver, pensive in Portland, tail spinning in two. Oh, okay. It was good till the last one. I think people are living longer nowadays, yeah, which is going to be an issue, especially for like Social Security, because we're living longer. It wasn't set up to pay out that long, so yeah. Charity assistance and payment plans have been your saving grace when it comes to being uninsured. Yeah, I do payment plans sometimes. Some of the clinics I go to, I just give them, what I got, and then I just pay. There was one time in Bozeman, and it wasn't even that much. I might have owed like $200, but I didn't really have it or wasn't giving it to them. And then they just kept sending me letters. And one day I finally went up there and she was like, I literally was about to send this letter to collections about you. Like she had the letter on her desk. She was like, I literally was mailing this to the collections today. And I was like, "Phew, dodge that bullet." But yeah, payment plans. What made me finally quit gaming? I was never a big gamer. Um, does alcohol relax me in social situations? Yeah, but then it makes me sick. So like that's really not a positive. And not to mention all the negative that came with it, that's not worth it. You know, that'd be like, sleeping with somebody and they give you a disease and someone's like, but didn't it feel good while you were doing it? Like, bro, it's not worth it. It's not, it's, it's not worth the clap. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of that vibe of like, isn't there something good that comes from it? Yeah, but like the back end is much worse. So it's not worth it. Hey, spiritual nomad life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, where'd the thing go? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Thank you, super chat squad. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So wings on me. Yes, thank you. Thank you for all you do. Glad you're enjoying your vacation. Thank you so much, spiritual nomad life. It's always good to hear from my actual friends and acquaintances. I appreciate the Wang money, the Wang fund. And yeah, we enjoy vacation. We enjoy vacation. Yes, yeah. I feel like you had another comment up here I hadn't gotten to yet. Where was it at? My life has gotten so much better since getting sober. Yes, I can think so much clearer now and actually lock in on my goals. It feels so good. That's, you know what I mean? Like nothing positive really coming from drinking. And when I got rid of it, similar thing. Thinking gets clearer. You can focus more. You can lock in on your goals. You're not, having setbacks every night, every weekend. It's just, yeah, it makes it easier to stay sober once you start to realize that of like, oh, this is affecting me more than just like, oh, I'm hungover every now and then. Like, nah, like it's really affecting your life. So appreciate the love. Thank you. Second person saying go to Michigan. Sleeping Bears Doom National Park. Okay, okay. I might have to head up to MI. Truth, no, your insurance was $397 a month. Yeah. TJ, I don't think a lot about preparedness and what I would do if the ish hits the fan. Because I'm like, if the ish hits the fan, we all screwed. So once again, I'm not really that married to this life. So like, I'm not going to spend my whole life worrying about what I'm going to do in a crisis. Like when the crisis get here, I might die. Okay, or I'll figure it out. You know? Yeah, I really don't care. Like it's, I honestly don't care. I'll just be like, well, maybe I should have bought canned vegetables for 30 years and stored them in a bunker. Well, it doesn't matter. I really don't care. What do I care? Like, what am I doing? I have Googled Cash Payer. Yeah, someone mentioned. Was that you who mentioned it recently? Yeah. Oh, you're asking me. Okay, but I have done that too. Vince, I don't really have. I wouldn't want to rely on anybody. Um, that would be the hard part for me if I lost it all was going and asking for help because I'm very independent. So I definitely have friends who would look out, but that would be the lesson for me. And I hope I don't need to learn that lesson. The hard part would be having to ask for help. Because I'm very independent and I like to do it on my own. So but yeah, I got some people who I know would try to help me if they could. PlayStation 5 cures depression. Okay. Shout out to Vidya. Oh yeah, there's the option too, hospitalization insurance or like what is it, like catastrophic insurance. Yeah, I might look into that this year too. Yeah. Yeah, getting them Saturdays back, spiritual. That's a big deal. I'm telling you, when I first started getting whole weekends, like I didn't know what to do on like Sunday. Cause like Friday night, you watch all your shows, your movies. Saturday, you do everything you need to do. I'm like, what am I supposed to do on Sundays? So I was so used to just having like Sundays, maybe. If I was fortunate, I had all day Sunday. Because you party Friday, you're sick Saturday, maybe you have Sunday. So Sunday would roll around when I was sober. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like I have a whole day, a whole extra day, because that was a decade plus I didn't have weekends. So to have weekends was crazy to me. I'd go to work Monday so relaxed. I was just like, bro, I had a whole weekend. People are like, what are you talking about? You're weird, Tim. But yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy that I robbed myself of my weekends uh, for that long. Okay. Maxillo, block with love, times you out with love. What up, Seal? The Indiana Dunes? If I go to Indiana, I'm going to the Caitlin Clark game, the Lexi Hull game, the Kelsey Mitchell game, the Nalissa Smith game, the Katie Lou Samuelson game. I can keep going. The Erica Wheeler game. I can. What is her name? Dantas. What's her first name? What is Don? The Tammy Fagbinley game. How does he know the whole Fever team? The Christy Sides. He knows the culture. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Thanks for the recommendation, though. Land Cruising. Hello. Hey, Gabriel. That nature care. I attribute a lot of my not being crazy sick to the time I spend in nature. Yeah. Did they vid you? I hear a lot of people say stuff like that about rich people. I just don't. I personally don't believe it. Like maybe I don't. I think the type of people who do all that weird stuff, they're the same person, broke or rich. I don't think you just suddenly become a weird evil person because you get money. I think money magnifies who you are. But yeah, the fact that all rich people are in secret societies and doing weird stuff, I personally just don't agree with it. I know some pretty rich people who seem pretty down to earth. Hey, what up, Brian? Heading to Wyoming tomorrow. Nice. No, I don't do pumpkin flavored drinks, Ken. No. I'm a grown man. No, I just don't. Craig, I think the Fever. I was talking about this morning. I think that was this morning. The first team they play, I think, is going to be a problem. For the team. Like the Fever are good right now. I think they have the potential to go the way, and I also think, as much as I don't like to think this, I do think the Fever will get calls. I think the officials will have gotten the memo that like the further the Fever go, the more money we make. So if it's a 50-50 call, yeah, you know who gets it. So I think the Fever could go, even on their own merit. I think they could go far. But I also I think that'll be a narrative. Because I've seen that happen in sports a lot, to where like everybody knows, everybody gets paid if Caitlin Clark makes it to the finals. So anything we can do to make that happen. As much as I don't like that about sports, it's a business. So Chase Terry, I've heard that. The reason I'm not reading that comment is because I don't know how to pronounce that word. But I have heard that's a good place to go in Mexico for dental work. Corey Cummins, what up, what up, what up? Kristen said, no sports talk. Latasha, what up? What up? I didn't even see. You caught that one. You caught that one, Angela. I didn't even catch it. Sarah, I spend a lot of time in like the woods. I don't camp, but I'd be in the woods. In answer to your question, serial killers and creeps don't go in the woods as much as you would think. I'd be in the woods all the time, middle of nowhere. Those type of people, predators go in to their most fertile hunting grounds, right? It's just a law of nature. Predators go to their most fertile hunting grounds. So if I'm a weirdo creeper murderer, where do you think I'm going to hang out? Obviously in the city, because that's where there's more people to be weird, creepy, pervy, murdery. Why would I go in the middle of nowhere and hope a hiker comes along? Not to mention, your average hiker is pretty armed. Your average hiker at minimum has bear spray that could ruin a weekend if it hits you in the face. You know what I mean? So like, we're scared of the woods. We think they're teeming with bears and weirdos. I haven't found that to be the case. When I come to the city, that's when I see the weirdos and the creepos and I get nervous. The woods, it's tranquil. Like, hiker got hatchets, bro. Ain't nobody trying to run up on them. Like, nah, I don't be scared of the woods. And if it happens, it happens. If a bear gets me, a bear gets me. If a serial killer gets me, a serial killer gets me. I don't. Why do I care? What am I doing? Like, JB, what up? What up? What up? I mean, honestly, obviously, I do want this life to continue because I enjoy it. But like, if that's my fate, okay. Thank you, spiritual. Car camping all over the U.S. never felt unsafe. It's funny to me that a lot of times we ask these questions living in like unsafe areas. You know, people live in cities that have a high murder rate, and then they'll ask me, "Am I scared to be in the woods?" I'm like, the murder rate in the woods is like zero. There was 5 murders in your city last weekend. It's just I get it. It's a mental thing. The woods seem very scary, and I'll admit I don't be in them at night by myself. Um, but it wouldn't be because I really thought something would happen. It's just like a mental thing. But like, yeah, don't be happening in the woods. Things happen in the city. Oh, Brian, you're going to the Tetons. Nice. There's not a lot of dead people in the woods. This is what I'm telling you. What makes you think there's a lot of dead people in the woods? TV, movies. You've never been in the woods and saw a dead person. I can almost assure you that. So how do you know there's dead people in the woods? Because movies and television told you there was. Programming. Programming. Sorry, I'm singing. Whenever I start singing, it's a problem. Um, yeah, Alvin, I do think being in nature helps me to be peaceful. You know? Yeah, when you run across other people in the woods, they very respectful. They don't know what you hold, and you don't know what they hold. How you doing? Good to see you. Keep it moving. Or they stop and talk. Like, very friendly. You meet people in the woods. Uh, would I return to university, get a degree? If I came into like millions of dollars, I would probably like go to a college for like a semester or a year. Not that I care about the degree. I would just want to live the college lifestyle because I never did. But no, I would never go back to school and get a degree. I wouldn't feel a need to. But I could see if I got really rich, just be like, oh, I'm gonna go to so and so school just to see what it's like. But yeah, I don't see the point in getting a degree for me personally. 667. Okay, I'm reading your comment. I'm reading your comment. What's your question? Crackheads are worse than bears. Hmm. Hey, Praveen, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you, Praveen. Let me read your. Oh, where'd your comment go? So first time I'm joining two lives in a row. Yes, glad I caught at the exact right time. Hope you had a good day, Tim. I did. I was on the train. I was on the Amtrak. So it was a good day. Checked on my Airbnb. Hopped on the train. It was a good day. So thank you, Praveen. Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning into both too, by the way. Stephanie hiked in New Hampshire 5 years, no problem. I'm telling you, it don't be the woods. Vidya, I think most women do like down to earth men. I think that's another one of those. We see certain situations. Is it true that some women like abusive men? Is it true that some men like abusive women? Yes. I don't think that's the case. I, the majority of the time. But we seem to think that's true. Just like when it's like, oh, nice guys finish last. You know how many people are married to nice guys? We just take these little looks into humanity and we make it seem like it's across the board, and it's not. So the people who like abusive partners, for some reason, like abusive partners. I can't explain it, but I know there's billions of people on the planet who don't like abusive partners and would never stand for it. Like, it's what up, Chai? Hey, what up? What up, Allison? Memphis in the building. Yeah, they'll make a dead body in the woods into a big story. Because if you say there was a dead body found on the corner of Washington and Jackson, nobody cares. But if you're like, oh, out in the woods there was a dead body, it's a story now. You know. Gabriel said, I've been stealth camping in the woodlands. It's been the most serene experience of my life. My evenings end with storing birds and morning with storing birds and mornings with singing birds. Tell you, yeah, don't be all that craziness. Well, yeah, if you watch videos of animals attacking people, you're gonna see animals attacking people. But you've seen lots of videos. If you wanted to look up people getting stabbed at Walmart, you could probably watch videos for hours. You know what I mean? But you still go to Walmart. It's the same. Like you could find any situation, especially with the internet, and find hours of videos about it, or enough videos about it. It wouldn't stop you from doing it because you would realize, oh, these are random acts, and they've put them all together. So yeah, in the course of a year, are there some animal attacks? Yeah. The likelihood of one of them happening to you is very rare. But it seems like there's a ton of them because you just keep watching videos about it. I don't fish, monkey. I don't fish. Try community college. Seems like a waste of time and expensive. I guess, yeah. I mean, 667. If that's how your friend wants to play it, just wants to live with the affliction and wear shades. I don't think that's the healthiest answer, but it's your friend's choice. You know. Yeah, Craig, I do on here. I get a lot of questions about the WNBA, and sometimes you get, people laugh. Oh, the WNBA. I don't get it so much in real life because most of the people I hang out with are open minded enough to like they don't care. You know what I mean? I don't really interact on a regular basis with someone who cares what sports I watch. Like what they like wow, they just like, oh, okay, cool, bro. You know. Some of them might be, oh, interesting. Why the WNBA? And I'll tell them. But like, I don't have any friends who are like, ooh, WNBA. I just don't really. I have a small circle. And if I ever like a coworker or somebody comes at me like that, well, I just don't. Kind of like you, I just whatever, bro. Like, or here's the thing to do at work. Um, if someone says something like that, I'll say something like, "Oh, because it's women, it's a lesser league." Because you can get them in trouble at work, especially if there's women around. Oh, so because it's women, I shouldn't watch. Oh, then they have to. They can't say nothing back at work. That'll shut them up at work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because they in trouble if they say yes. Right? You know what I mean? So that's how I kind of try to trap people. If you come at me crazy about something like that, especially at work, oh, I'm gonna trap you because they have to say, oh, no, 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 that's not what I meant. Then I'm like, okay, so why are we talking about this? So yeah, you don't want to come at me about the W at work. Nope, 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 nope. But yeah, I really don't. Yeah, I just really don't have a lot of people in my life who react that way. What up, William? I feel sad for people living paycheck to paycheck. That's stressful, bro. That's stressful. I'm not judging. I really don't have any opinion. I just think it's stressful. It's sad. I wish we live in a society where so many people weren't living like that. Yeah, key wellness, and I think the average person isn't. The average person just wants to meet a decent person. I don't think the average person worries as much about how much money you have and all that as we like to think. You know, poll 10 of your closest friends or the 10 people, and most of them, I think, will just be like single people. I think they'll just be like, I just want to meet somebody. People don't care about a lot of that stuff we think they care about. Poll 10 people that are married who are honest and ask them what made them marry the person they married. Very few of them will say money or, oh, because he was such an asshole. Well, all the stuff that we think, oh, you got to have money, you got to be this. Very few people will, because I've done this, very few people will ever be like, oh, because it was one of the things people, especially men, a lot of stuff they say men have to do. Very few women I've talked to have ever mentioned any of the man stuff, the weird man stuff. A lot of times it was more like, oh, he listened to me. He was so sweet. He did this. He helped me with this. All the stuff that people are like, oh, women don't want that. That was typically the stuff women told me attracted them to their husbands or their boyfriends, not the other stuff. The other stuff might be icing on the cake, like money or something, but like the thing that won them over was typically something regular and normal, um, or in this society, abnormal kind of, but some of it. Oh yeah, the baby hit somebody, like he killed somebody at Walmart, but the dude started it with him because I heard about that and I looked into it. And like, yeah, he was just there with his daughter shopping, and dude tried to shoot at him, and so he shot the guy and killed him. But he got away with it because like it's Walmart, so there's cameras, I'm sure. So like everybody saw he was minding his own business. The baby didn't kill two people. Like he got some stripes. You know what I mean? Like if that's a stripe, but yeah, laid him out in Walmart. He's got a song where he had a lyric about doing something in front of his daughter, and like that's what he was saying. Like she already didn't see me. I'll do it again. So yeah, take that for what it is. My comments keep jumping. Where am I at? Debt boy, I don't really budget, so I couldn't tell you my approximate annual budget. I mainly just like whatever I bring in, we work with that. You know, we pay our bills, we put money in savings, we started investing, we do our charitable giving. What's left over, we rock with that. You know what I mean? So, John, you're absolutely right. Well, here's the thing: most parents were indoctrinated in the same system, so they naturally just indoctrinate their kids too. You know, you're going to teach what you've been taught. You know, Dion, you in the woods, you're in the dark. Listen to us talk about the woods. You'll be all right. I don't know. I never get on the Wi-Fi on Amtrak. The one time I think I tried, it didn't work. So got cracked, hooked on chicken wings. Let's go. How to get a quick $1,000? I don't know, John. I wouldn't be the guy for that. I have to work hard for my $1,000. Kristen learned to love being single. Let's go. Yeah, if you embrace singleness, then you cool. If love comes your way of a romantic nature, cool. If not, you cool too. I I agree with that too, John. I do think pornography it messes with your head. Yeah, I do agree with that. Hey, William, you're welcome. You're welcome. Glad to hear the videos are helping. Hey, Alvin paying one of the credit cards off. Nice, nice. One down, six to go. Let's go, Alvin. Congratulations. Walmart's a ghetto. I don't know. It depends on what Walmart you go to. I've been to some nice Walmarts. You know what I mean? I've been to some nice Walmarts in some nice areas. I'm like, dang, especially like some of the little Walmart. What are they called? The Walmart grocery store. Some of them be nice. I've been to some ratchet ones though too, but there'll be some nice Walmarts. Sierra, I am happy. Yes, yes. Thanks for asking. Yes. Crypto Johnny, I like cash, though I do use my debit cards, but I like cash. I was talking to somebody about this just the other day. Um, Maybe it was on here, but yeah, I like cash, but I'll use my debit card too. But I like cash. Neighborhood markets, yes. Thank you, Zephyr. Neighborhood markets, yeah. Some of them be nice. Some of them are nice. Ken, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Cat Squad said kombucha fun. Let's go, let's go. Haven't been on one of these in a while. Feels good to be back. It's good to have you back, Ken. I'm glad that you came back, and it's the same vibe, same feeling. We're glad to have you back. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Booch Fun in the building. Wangs and Book. That's gonna be the name of my book. Something with Wang, kombucha, and Wangs. I need to put that in my book somehow. Positivity, kombucha, Wang. I gotta figure it out. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, and welcome back. Welcome back, sir. Kind sir. I get it. There are a lot of ghetto Walmarts. I'm telling you, Cuba. When you start traveling, you're gonna get back to me and be like, bro, I was just in like a really nice Walmart and nobody was judging me. Like I was in like an upscale Walmart, bro. It was weird. You'll see. Mm-hmm. 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 You'll see. Pascal, you're a Walmart's girl. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Gabriel, we deep tonight. Oh wow. Yeah, you gotta set that pin. The card denied. They calling you broke. I might have to say something. I might have been like, well, we all can't make big money like you working at Walmart. I might have had to go there. I like to think I would be zen enough and enlightened enough to not say anything, but I might have went there. You know, what I mean, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Call me broke. I'm sorry if we all don't make big money working at the self checkout line at Walmart like you do, sir, ma'am. Can I get an application? Because apparently you banking. I might have went there. I might have went there. I'm trying to change my ways, but they might have got red for filth. Nah, you're not gonna call me broke. Nah, nah, nah. If I'm broke, cool. I'll own that. But like when I got money, I just ain't got my, you know what I mean, my debit card together. Nah, you're not gonna stand back there and call me broke. Working at Walmart. You're not gonna do that. Not there's anything wrong with working at Walmart. Not saying you can't make good money working at Walmart. They might have got red for filth. And then I would have felt bad. Positivity, wings, and travel things. Okay, that's a start. We can start from there. Sarah, how do I feel about religion? Organized religion doesn't work for me, but some of the best people I know are very religious people, so I know it works for some people. Yeah, one day we're gonna see the book, folks. I'm telling you, it's coming when it's time. Woodlands or Walmart? What's Woodlands? You never heard nobody say red for filth? Red, like READ. I got that from T.S. Madison. I feel like reading is like is very LGBTQ plus. So like when you read somebody, like if you like when you just go in, that wasn't really a read right there, but it kind of was. That was a bit of a read. Um, yeah, like when you read somebody, like yeah, they might have got read. Like yeah, hmm. Lola, you almost went there at Walmart tonight. Yeah, sometimes you gotta bite your tongue. I've worked at Walmart on Black Friday. Honestly, it wasn't the Walmart I worked at on Black Friday, this one was a ghetto one. It was like right on the edge of the ghetto. It wasn't as I thought it was gonna get crazy. It didn't really get crazy. I was disappointed. I'm like, where are the fights? Where's the vibe? I know this is wrong, but I was like, where are the fights? Where's the violence? Everyone's standing in line peacefully. Why did I come in? This was, years ago, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I don't rock with people who call other people losers. But I understand they're indoctrinated. So, you can't blame the brainwashed for acting brainwashed. But yeah, I don't rock with it. I think sometimes, yeah, monkey, it is good to clap back on occasion with love. Always clap back with love. But I think sometimes, especially an introvert, sometimes you got to let it out. Like I said, and for me, yeah, I try to be very, very, peaceful, enlightened. Every now and then, I have to say something. And I think this is something I've learned in life. Young people, here's a good life lesson. Every now and then, you have to like say something. Every now and then, especially if you're like a quieter, really nice person, that's great. Um, every now and then, you do have to let people know that you will go there, though, because you got to keep from getting ran over. So, like, I've learned in life to, I'm mild mannered, I'm quiet. I think it's part of trying to live the life I want to live, to not be rude and disrespectful and all that. When the time comes to clap back, though, I clap back. So people have that in the back of their mind. They're like, oh, Tim will go there. People have to learn they can't just play with you any type of way, especially at work. You start letting people run over your work, they gonna run over you forever. Sometimes at work, you got to show that AWS. Sometimes you just got to go there, and they know Tim will go there. Going there might be just quitting. Going there might be saying something. Going there might be like not doing it. You gonna do that? No. You know what I mean? But people got to know that you will go there. Yeah, people got to know the beast will come out. Um, You know, people got to know you got them hands. If have to be, you're not just gonna talk to me any type of way. Um, but then you always go behind it quickly and apologize and clean it up, so people know that like you're not that type of person, but it's there. And once people know that, they usually back off from you. You know, they say you got a serial killer face. Oh, okay, okay. See, Aaron, I don't really watch TV now. Yeah, sometimes you gotta stand on business. Some stuff's like, nah, 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 that ain't gonna fly. Nah, you ain't gonna do that. Nah. Yeah, you can use your face and your eyes sometimes too to just, yeah, low growl. Okay, okay. That's the one you gotta be scared of. If a normally nice person suddenly starts going, okay, and they seem very calm, they seem calmer than normal, and they're just like, okay, then you watch out. That's when you really gotta watch out because it's about to go down. You don't know what they're gonna do, but they thinking about something. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. So you can use that to your advantage sometimes. Sometimes you're really not trying to do nothing. You can just be like, okay, you're not thinking anything. They don't know that though. All right. Oh no, that's fine. Keep touching my bacon on my sandwich. It's okay. Mhm. And then people be like, wait a second. Then they will start projecting all the things that they would do onto you. You don't even have to be thinking about nothing crazy. Just let them think that you're thinking about something crazy. They will project all the weird, crazy stuff they'd be thinking about on you. Oh snap! He gonna do this. He gonna do that. She gonna do this. Let me back off. That's almost like judo. Using their energy against them. What up, Phil P? Oh yeah, Crypto Johnny. I love Walmart. I buy Amazon and Walmart. Yeah, yeah. That's it. The look your mom would give you or dad would give you. They ain't gotta say nothing. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you gotta be honest. you you stare the cops down on her. That one can be a little. That could go either way. I'm not gonna recommend any of this advice when it comes to cops. My advice for cops is I'm very respectful. You got me there. I ain't staring cops down. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Drinking makes me toxic, Ricky. Uh, I know a lot of back in the day. I knew a lot of women who believed that if you said it drunk, you really meant it. And I would get drunk and lie my behind off, and they believed it. They ate it up because I was drunk. I'm ashamed to say I use that to my advantage many a times. So I know drinking might make you talk more, but it doesn't make me honest because I can lie to your face drunk. If you ever catch me lying, it's probably because I'm drunk. So yeah, I would get drunk and just lie my butt off, and they would believe every word of it. But I would tell them sober. I'd be like, bro, if I'm drunk, I'm lying. And they'd be like, no, if you say it drunk, you mean it. Like I've had this conversation with women. I'm like, all that stuff I said the other night, I don't mean it. I was drunk. And she'd be like, no, if you say it drunk, you mean it. I'm like, I'm telling you, I was lying. And she was like, you may not know you mean it. I know I'm not gonna like take care of you and your three kids, like I said. I know I'm not gonna do that. So this was the old me. This was years ago. But like once I learned that, yeah, I was using that to my advantage. It was wrong. 1, 2, 3. If you see me in the street, say what's up. Yeah, I love when people come up and say hello. Sierra, I'm on vacation now. Bailey was quiet at work, kept messing with you, had to speak up. Yeah, sometimes you gotta pop out and show people, you know? Oh, Dolo, I'm a mess when I'm drunk. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm telling you, hey, but that's what I'm saying. I would always come back and be real, and they would not believe me. I'm okay. If I'm telling you, I don't mean it, but you insist on believing I do. Okay, wait till I get drunk this weekend. See what I'm gonna tell you. Come on, bro. I don't think I've really had bullies at the workplace. No, I don't think I really had bullies at the workplace. But it holds true. Like anybody can get it. You know, if they got it, if they have to, like nah. My thing is, I like to come back at people in a manner. If I know someone's like a physical bully, I'm not gonna probably react if I feel I need to in a physical way because that's where I know they got me and that's what they're expecting. The goal is to figure out a way to like come back at that person in a manner that they're not comfortable with. So like, yeah, the bully's pushing you around, pushing back, you're gonna lose that. But like, what's a way you can assert your dominance and get them off you? Non-physical. You know, that's what I've been trying to figure out. Or how do I make myself useful so that the bully? This is what I did in school. How do I make myself useful so that the bullies like me? You know, or how do I make myself useful to someone even bigger than the bully so that they beat the bully up for me? That's what I really was into. Yeah. Okay. All right. You might be able to push me around, but you can't push him around. And I do his homework. So we'll see how this ends up next week. Some of the best advice I've ever been given. Once again, I don't like to do like best. I've been given lots of good advice over the years. I'm trying to see if I can think of. Yeah, it's hard to just pick out one thing. You know, that was good advice. Yeah, we up late tonight. Well, it's only 8:30 here. Oh, that's right. I'm on the West Coast, so yeah, it's what 11 something. Where y'all at? Some of y'all. Kristen, you attract all the bullies. Oh, sorry to hear that. I don't have any goons. In case the feds are listening, I don't have any goons. I'm not trying to catch a Rico. Um, yeah, there's always a way to achieve your objective that's unexpected, and I like to find unexpected ways to do things. I'm gonna be honest, finesse. Usually, when I have a difficult time at work, I just quit. I just go somewhere else. It ain't worth it, you know. Yeah, I'm not trying to catch a Rico. I don't have any thugs. I'm not part of any organization. Everybody else has followers, names for I don't even have none of that. The feds is listening. I'm not in this. That was a very interview question, Kristen. Disneyland or Walmart? I'm from Florida, so Disney World over everything. DWOE, Disney World over everything. Tim K, what up? Once again, miss to be loved. I don't do favorites. It would be hard to I've been to some national parks like Glacier that were stunning, and I've been sitting down by just a regular creek, and it was amazing. You know what I mean? Like, so it'd be hard in nature to pick out a best place because, like, what's your criteria for making something better? A small creek in the middle of a meadow somewhere can be just as powerful as the tallest mountains at Yellowstone. You know what I mean? So yeah, it'd be hard to narrow that down. I think the homeless crisis is one of the biggest crises of our time, if not the biggest, but also one of the hardest to deal with. Because you have mental illness, you have addiction, you have economic troubles. There's so many, and there's other. Sometimes it overlaps. So those are three big things on the. Like, we haven't solved mental illness. We haven't solved, addiction. We haven't solved the economy. So when you have a problem that's a byproduct of three things we haven't solved, how do you think you're going to solve that problem? You know, how are you going to solve the symptom when you haven't solved the thing behind it, the sickness? So yeah. F Doctor, I'm debating. I definitely want to go to a beach this winter. I don't know if it's going to be Myrtle Beach or it probably won't be Florida. Um, there's some other beaches down south. We'll see. We'll see. I got to do my research. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Dolo. I don't know what the solution for homelessness will be. How do you stop mental illness? How do you stop addiction? The economy we could figure out. That'd be the easiest one. We could figure out how to, if we really wanted to. I think we could figure out how to make everyone make a living wage, that they could afford a house. But if you still got people blowing their money on drugs, addicted to drugs, alcohol, you still got people with mental illness, like, you're still gonna have homeless people. And we just don't know what to do. Like, I've been to St. Augustine. Yeah, St. Augustine has beautiful beaches. Yeah, we just don't know, what to do currently. And maybe we'll figure it out one day. I hope we do. Have I been to the Outer Banks in North Carolina? I might have. A friend of mine took me, first time I was in Myrtle Beach, we drove up to North Carolina and went somewhere. It might have been the Outer Banks. Well, I mean, I do think housing is obviously very important, Kenya, but, like, if you haven't solved mental illness or addiction, it doesn't matter if you put people in houses. They're just going to leave or tear the house up. So, you know, no, but I've never worked on a cruise ship. No. Melissa, I would love to find some travel mates, but it's hard to do. Like, I've always traveled solo. I would love to travel with somebody. It's just very hard to find two people who schedule. Like, me and T Snacks with the me and Travel Snacks with the South Carolina together once, but that's the only time. Like, it's just hard to find people with the same schedule who want to go to the same place you want to go, do the same things you do. Not to mention, part of it's me because I'm very independent and I've always traveled solo. So it will be hard for me to, like, travel on somebody else's schedule. Like I said today, I was heading into Seattle on the Amtrak to get a hostel. Halfway through the trip, I was like, that doesn't sit right with me. And I ended up booking this hotel and getting off before the train before Seattle. Um, you can't do stuff like that as quickly and as impromptu traveling with someone else. So I admit part of it's me. Like, it's just hard to find the right person to travel with. Mountain Dew's paying 5 people to move to the Mountain Time Zone. Interesting. I mean, never. I never say never, Gabriel. I mean, we might get him back to Florida one day. It hasn't sucked me back in a while. So, I mean, the government can try to crack down on homelessness, Gabriel. It that stuff like that doesn't work. It just moves the homeless other places. It doesn't fix the problem. It's like when they go through and clean up the tent cities, the people just go somewhere else. So like, it's cracking down, but it's not solving the problem at all. So it looks good on TV, but it's good for whatever little area. But like, you're not giving people 3 hours limit to sleep in their car doesn't solve the problem of people who have to sleep in their cars. So what are we really doing? Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's hard to find people to like get out of the matrix with you because they're so busy in the matrix. To use that word. Yeah, I've heard of the cage homes in Hong Kong. Yeah, I've seen documentaries. I've delved pretty extensively into like housing. I'm fascinated by like how people live. So like that's why when yeah, the economy is not what it used to be here currently. But I'm like, we haven't seen where it could go. As long as we still have living rooms that nobody lives in, we're doing pretty well. Because it can get to where like any space where a 2 bedroom apartment has 8 people in it. We have a 2 bedroom apartment, 2 people. There's a whole living room. There's closets, that in other places people are living in. Our living rooms would have 3 people in it in other countries. So like, yeah, it ain't what it used to be, but it ain't where it could be. You know. Hey Reed, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Super Chat Squad said all hail for Tim the Great. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, Reed. Thank you. Super Chat Squad in the building. Appreciate the love and the hailing. Thank you. Hey Ronald, you're at Yellowstone. Nice, nice, nice. It really is fun. Way better than the regular 9 to 5. That's what I keep telling people. Thank you for sharing that. It's work, but it's different. It's different, and you in a beautiful place. But yeah, like you still working, but it ain't like the rat race. It's different. Enjoy yourself, Ronald. Doing a top 10 meet and greet, like with only 10 people? Nah, I couldn't do that. How would I determine who's the top 10? You know what? I'm about to just hold on. We're just about to go ahead and just get so and so up out of here because after you have to delete so many enough of their comments, I got them up out of here. I'm tired. Who do I see winning the WNBA finals? And this is bias, but I'd love for it to be like Minnesota or Indiana. Um, you know, but New York's good. Vegas is always hard to beat. Connecticut's good. I used to hate Connecticut because I don't like DeWanna Bonner. I don't like Alyssa Thomas. But as soon as they picked up Marina Mabrey, I didn't realize I was such a Marina Mabrey fan. I was always a fan, but as soon as she went to Connecticut, I love Connecticut now. Now, part of that too is Veronica Burton and Olivia Nelson-Ododa, and a couple other. Who else is on there? I like. There's some other people I like, but yeah. As soon as I got Mabrey, I was like, "Ooh, I love Connecticut." Brianna Jones, I like too. I was like, "Man, I really like Connecticut." I didn't realize I was that big a Mabrey fan, but apparently I am. You've never seen snow, Birdhouse? Oh, you got to see some snow. Jose, blessings to you as well. Thank you for the compliment. Do I think Caitlin Clark's the best player in the league? I think it's impossible in a league of 144 people or something like that. I don't. It's hard to say who's the best because there's so many players that do great things differently. I think that's why the Rookie of the Year conversation is going to be what it's going to be, because Angel Reese is great too. Nobody rebounds like Angel Reese. Nobody assists. Very few people assist at the level Caitlin Clark assists at. So it's like, how do you put the two of them against each other? How do you say which? You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of good people in the W, a lot of good female athletes in the WNBA. I just like the ones I like. Asia Wilson, it's hard to say she's not one of the best. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know if I would ever say anyone's the best in the league, but I think it's truly awesome that there are some rookies that are in the conversation. John, thank you. Super Chat Squad, thank you so much, John. Said, I love these late night streams. Woo, gym time. Okay, let's go. The U.S. Open? Okay. We might have an American win the U.S. Open this year. Nobody's watching then. There's a chance of America winning. Nobody's watching. I'm telling you, what you think times are? It can get. Yeah, Google those cage houses in Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. Hey, Jose, appreciate you saying that. Said, bro, low key, you're my inspiration. Hey, those, thank you. We definitely gonna keep it up. It's what we do. But I feel like there was something I'm supposed to be doing tonight. No, I don't think there is. Oh, there's one thing I need to do. But them shrimp hit the spot, bro. I got 2 more. Hold on. I might eat them chicken wings for dinner tomorrow. I mean breakfast. Athens, Tennessee. What do they do there? I'm full. I mean, Gabriel, what's exciting about any sport? Yeah, I put some cocktail sauce on the shrimps every now and then. Zachary, no, I don't watch the NBA. No. Your boss called you to work on your day off, Maria? You could always not go. I don't know. That's a hard one. Because if it's a situation where if you don't go, you get in trouble, I think it kind of depends on the job. Because there are some places where you could just be like, nah, you can set that boundary. It's my day off. I'm not coming in. But, some employers fire you for that now. So, I don't know. Breakfast of Champions. Let's go. Yeah, Gabriel, I know for me, it's even though there are some amazingly attractive women in the WNBA, it's not an Ogle fest for me. Like, it's not, I don't watch it to be turned on or because they're sexy. I watch it because, like, I like the game. And if, they do a close up of someone at the free throw line and I'm like, oh man, she's looking good tonight. You know what I mean? It's not from a pervy kind of way. So, like, for me, it's not about the sexiness of it. I just like watching women's sports. You know what I mean? It adds to it, but it's not, like, ooh, for me. But I mean, that's just not me in general. Like in life, I'm not I think women are some of God's most beautiful creation, but I'm not a ogler, pervy, I'm not one of those guys. I think you can admire beauty without being creepy. Not saying you were being creepy, but yeah. Okay, I'm just it's just not funny, bro. Albie, it's just not funny. Respectfully, the friggin' hot dog jokes constantly. No, no, sorry. I put up with it for weeks. Like, bro, it's just, no, no. Now I know what's gonna happen because I've been on the internet long enough. But, bro, like, we're oh, William Dean, you're starting a tattoo apprenticeship. Oh, nice, nice. Getting up out the rat race. Let's go. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, we still here. I mean, it's only been 2.5 hours. The old Tim, this would I'd just be getting warmed up. The old larynx would just be getting hot. We just, you know what I mean? Like we this would be like, when we used to do them 5 hour ones, this would be regular. We here tonight though. We got time. It's early. I'm on the West Coast. I mean, yeah, the occasional hot dog joke, the occasional immature wiener reference, I'm all for that. But like when all you ever comment about is hot dogs, like literally every stream, it's something about hot dogs and wiener. Like, Paul, like, stop, bro. What are we doing? It's not funny. Like, if what you're doing is funny, I'm all for it. But like just constant hot dog references every stream, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Like, I don't get it. And if I don't get it, I get rid of it, you know. Yeah, Dolo, interaction has nothing to do with attractiveness. So you could be the most, I know some very attractive people who have trouble interacting. The two have nothing to do with each other in a lot of cases. So, like, yeah, it's different. It's given. Thank you. I'll be here all night energy. But it wasn't funny. Like, if you're going to be giving off "thank you, I'll be here all night" energy, have something that's halfway funny. You know, that's what you came up with. Maybe it'd be funny to other people, but I'm just like, bro, it's not funny. It wasn't funny. Like, what do we talk, bro? If you're gonna troll, it has to make me laugh. Like non-funny, that would bother me. If I was a troll, it would bother me if I wasn't good at that. Like, that's what would get me. I'm like, bro, I suck at trolling. I can't even. That would get me. That would get me depressed. Someone asked me about depression earlier. That would get me depressed if I sucked at trolling. If I felt the need to be a troll and wasn't good at it, that would get me depressed. If I was a troll and I was good at it, okay, I'm a troll. But like, if you're a bad troll, I think I'd be at church. I need I need guidance. Sorry, yeah, Avon, I'm kind of going in because it's just bro. When I get 1 million subscribers to a 24-hour live, 24-hour live is a lot. Even though I am going to try to start streaming on Twitch, so maybe one day I might do a 24-hour live. I won't be talking most of it, but I don't know. Who knows? Janonymous, what up? Exactly, Greg. I think we can laugh and joke and have fun with each other if it comes from a place of love and like, it's what people would respect. These days, people want to laugh and joke with you disrespectfully. They don't know you, and they're low key trying to like come at you. I have not read that book, Mr. G2. No. Oh, Twitch is a whole nother playground. That's why I need to figure it out. Because like I've been saying I want to really get on TikTok, but I don't think TikTok is my energy. But I feel like I can stream, I can talk. They're like, oh, we know. The funniest thing I experienced this week. Once again, I don't like to judge funniest, best, favorite, fastest. Like anything with "ist" on the end of it. I don't do well. I will say I had a conversation with my friend Olive, who I don't get to talk to a lot, and me and her laughed and joked a lot this week, so that was fun. It's definitely on the list. My friend Olive, I like because she's very intelligent, and so like we'll be talking and I'll tell a joke and I think like, oh, we're both gonna laugh and that's the end of it. And she'll say something after my joke and get me and be even funnier. She does that to me a lot. And I'm like, God, you got like in the midst of laughing, I'm like, because in your head you think, oh, this is gonna slay. I'm gonna say this, we're both gonna laugh. Boom. I'll say my thing, and then she'll say hers. And I'll be like, hers will be even better than mine because she's smarter than me. That I like. I do appreciate that about her friendship, among so many other things. But the fact that she catches me off guard all the time, and I'll be like, "Dang, I didn't even see that coming, bro." We gotta have friends like that. You gotta have friends like that. Zachary, I see deer all the time. Where I work, at the YMCA of the Rockies, there's always deer like on the grounds. There's elk on the grounds. You know, bears I've only seen like in the distance or from a car. But yeah, deer and elk and all that I see constantly. Like the deer get on my nerves. The deer like to scare you just to mess with you, so they'll jump out in front of you. I think they do it on purpose. Um, and the elk is starting to be this month. Well, probably more into September. I think it's starting to be mating season. So when I go back to work, it'll be the elk. Any other time of year are docile and whatever. The mating season they get a little rambunctious. So it is a different ball game with the elk. Octoberish, into September, like September, October. So yeah, they'll let you know when you get too close. They've backed me down a few times before in the past. Yeah, they've backed me down a couple times and been like this far and no further. And I'm like, all right, respect, Mister Elk. I ain't trying to run up on none of that. You know, you got it. You got it. I give wild animals a wide berth, but yeah, I see them all the time. Like you see deer everywhere. You know, I think deer are probably like the most prevalent animal in America. Probably they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Oh, y'all out here googling cage homes? Okay, let's see what actually pops up. I ain't done it in a while. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, pops up immediately. Let's get to these images. No, I don't want to set my home address to find cage near me. Google. Yeah. Oh, see, it ain't came to that yet. When you'll know we're there. You know, when it comes to that. The last movie I watched. I watched a movie. I watch movies on like YouTube. So I think I watched a war movie recently, or started to watch it. I've been watching that series Colditz about a prisoner of war camp. I was watching that recently. Yeah, I haven't watched any new. Oh, I almost watched A Quiet Place on the plane the other day, but the closed caption wasn't working. Delta, I'm gonna need you to do better. The closed captioning wasn't working, and I was sitting like very close to the engine, and I was like, I like having the closed caption on anyway. At home, I'll have my earphones on with closed captioning. Um, but the closed captioning wasn't working on the plane, so I stopped watching it. So yeah, I'm weird. Like I like to read when I watch stuff. I like to read. Any of y'all do that? I like to read the words. I think that Started because I like to watch a lot of foreign film, and so over the years I've just got used to having the closed captioning on, and now it's kind of normal for me. Like, yeah, if the closed captioning isn't on and I can't hear perfectly, I won't watch it. Did you really explain to me what Avatar was, Dolo? Tell me that was a joke. Like everybody knows what Avatar is. That must have been a joke. See, that's a good joke. That was a good joke. Explaining Avatar. That's funny. That's funny to me. That was funny. Who was out here slamming doors? Zach, no, I don't get scared at the large number of people that watch my vids or lives. The only time it really gets you is when it's people you know. You know, like when people at work find out you do YouTube, and so you really have to like watch what you say because you'll see some people who've watched it the next day. But no, I don't. Hey, the more people that get the message, the better. Oh, you watch Asian and Turkish films, F Doctor? Okay, okay. Plans for the weekend. What is today? Wednesday, Thursday? What are we doing? I got some videos I want to make, so probably some live streaming. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Angela. Quiet Place Day One, and I'm the first one was great. The second one was okay. I fully expect the third one to be just okay. I just like John Krasinski ever since he was Jim, you know. Um, so yeah, I like that because he created the series. I like the series, but I'm not expecting to be blown away by a cinematic masterpiece. Like, the first one was good. That girl Michelle, God's leading you to leave your job. Okay, okay, okay. Hey, you've watched the video. Now I'm online. I think it's a sign. And the fact that all that rhymed, sublime. Okay. Good luck, by the way. I've seen Seven Samurai. Yes, yes, yeah. Did y'all know the Magnificent Seven was based on that? Of course you did. But yeah, I've seen Seven Samurai. Great movie. Haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine. Uh, oh yeah, I love The Office. I love The Office. Probably the first streaming service I ever signed up for was Hulu. Um, or yeah, I think it was Hulu because it had The Office on there early on. Yeah, and like I watched a couple episodes and I was like, I gotta watch this whole series. I love The Office. The British version, the UK version, not so much. I tried it, I couldn't, which is weird because I love Ricky Gervais. But yeah, I was sitting there watching it like this. No, so yeah, but the American version, one thing we do better is The Office. Suck on that, UK. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, Zach, I do feel alone sometimes. Yeah, and I think it's natural when you are alone to feel alone, to feel lonely sometimes. I don't think it's the end of the world. It's not. It's okay to feel alone sometimes. It's okay to feel lonely from time to time. I try to, get around other people when I'm feeling lonely, but like it's not. If I can't, well, then I just have to feel lonely for a few hours. Like it's not. I'm learning to embrace it. Like, do I like to show friends? No, no. But I don't think it's targeted to me. I don't think I'm the audience is looking for. So, yeah, John, I heard that. To watch movies in that language with the closed caption on to learn a language. Yeah, James. Yeah, I'm on vacation. I worked 4 months straight, so I needed a vacation. So I'm on vacation. Estes Park is good. Estes Park is good. I'm not watching any new series. No, there's nothing really new out. I want to see. which I don't have any streaming services right now. I even paused my Amazon Prime because I've had Amazon Prime forever, and it was due to be paid today, and I didn't want to pay the $139, so I paused it. Because I really haven't been rocking with it like that. Like when I get off vacation, I'll probably unpause it. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not trying to give Jeff $139 today. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Jeff. You're not getting me today. Um, but yeah, I got the WNBA League Pass. That's like the only streaming service I got right now. So yeah, I never watched none of those like friend group shows ever really did it for me. Living Single, Girlfriend, none of those kind of shit. I don't know, just not my Golden Girls. None of them little friend group shows work for me. Hustle and Error. I don't pirate because I don't steal. So I know a lot of people do. Do what you do. Yeah, I mean, I feel far too blessed. You know, have far too much abundance of a financial nature to steal TV shows from Netflix. You know what I mean? You know, if I can't afford the 14.99 and I just can't afford it, I'm not gonna. And once again, not coming at anybody who does, but my moral code doesn't allow me to steal TV shows and movies. Like, you know, and I feel bad even if like someone's put it on YouTube watching it. Like, so you know, Joshua, that's a hard one. I think it'll come down to Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark. I do think Caitlin Clark will win, um, but I don't know. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because they're both crushing it in different areas. You know, different stat categories. Yeah, Randy, the Ion has a lot of the WNBA games, but I got the League Pass is only like $30 for a year, so. Yeah, I don't want no friction. When I want to watch a game, I want to be able to watch it. But yeah, Ion is, and I'm sure next year even more games will be available for free. Okay, there is one friend thing I liked. Okay, yeah, Seinfeld. You're right, James. Seinfeld I did like, but I feel like it was a different friend show. It wasn't so much about like dating. It kind of was, you know what I mean? But like there was no interdating. I don't know. Seinfeld was different. I feel like they shut down Redbox. People were still using Redbox. Jose said, I won't let fear get in the way of my dreams and goals. Nice, nice, nice. I I don't know if I say fear is false evidence of being real anymore because I don't think fear is bad, right? I think fear is good. We just can't let it control us. So I don't think we have to like demonize fear. I don't think we have to say no fear. You know, I don't sometimes like the evidence is real. We just don't have to let it deter us. You know what I mean? If you're about to walk down a dark alley and you see three dudes down there with baseball bats in their hands and you get afraid, that's not false evidence appearing real. You can be afraid. You know, there's a lot of things in life that make us afraid for good reason because it could be bad. It could go wrong. We just don't have to let it stop us. It's real evidence. We just don't have to interpret it to like in a manner that makes us stop. You know what I mean? So like that's why that one I'm kind of like, I don't know if I personally say that anymore. I used to, because I'm like, sometimes the evidence is, real. It's not false evidence. It's evidence. You could quit your job and never find another one. That's why you're scared. That's probably not going to happen. You know what I mean? So like, there's real possibilities. There's real danger. There's real risk, which is why we're afraid. But we don't have to let it stop us. You know. Oh, I love that, Zachary. Fear is like fire. It can keep you warm and safe, but it can, just don't let it consume you. Just don't sit too close to it. John with the good movie recommendations. Okay, okay. I don't know if I try to learn Spanish with the subtitle method, what would I probably watch? I don't know. I'd find something. The Nanny was a good show. She was what's her name? Don't tell me. Fran Drescher was definitely a unique talent in beauty. Is definitely a unique talent in beauty. I started watching Game of Thrones. I think I got to what's up, Real Estate Queen? I think I got to season 3 or 4 one time, and then I got tired of it. I'm over those shows of like it's all about power and people backstabbing people and violence. Like I just don't. I'm not excited by those kind of shows anymore. Nothing wrong with them. I just don't. I don't like watching a show where I'm always scared something's gonna happen to the people I like. I just I don't know. My background is this. I don't know what color it is. I guess more yellow. Fran Drescher was in Saturday Night Fever. I don't know it. I don't know if I've seen Saturday Night Fever. I'm gonna have to Google that. I don't know if she was in Saturday. I want to see what she looked like in that. I don't know how to spell her name. Autofill. There we go. Yes. Yeah. Oh, she was in it as Connie. Interesting image. Oh yeah, there she is. Okay, I did not know that. My computer's being slow now. Interesting. I did not know that. And there with old JT, John Travolta. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Learn something new every day. Yeah, yeah. I always thought Fran Drescher was very attractive. I love her voice, all that. Oh, the whole package. Love it. Love it. And you can say that without being creepy. I mean, she's no Meryl Streep, um, who I think is what was that? The movie. What was it? Uh, was Denzel, Meryl Streep. He was like brainwashed. He's a war hero. What is it? Oh, I gotta Google it. It's on the tip of my tongue. What movie is that? The Manchurian Candidate. Meryl Streep looked really good in that movie. That was one of the movies I was like, that's an attractive woman. Okay. Have I watched The Twilight Zone? The old one? Yeah. 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 Fran's too pretty for your liking, Lola. I get it. I get it. I can understand that. Yeah, Meryl Streep is an amazing actress, like one of the greats. Do you know there was an old version of the Manchurian Candidate they made in like the '60s? It was pretty. It was okay. I used to watch Turner Classic Movies all the time. Like that's one cable channel I would watch is Turner Classic Movies. Because there's movies on there you don't know about, so you would never find them any other way. You know what I mean? Like that's what I liked about that. And you discover actors and actresses you never, they were big in the '40s. How would you ever find them? But on there you could identify like, oh, like I really like this person. Then you can look up their other stuff. Claire Huxtable, she was cute. She cute. She cute. Gabriel, I love period pieces. I love historical movies. Yeah. Um, the thing is, I've seen a lot of the really good ones. Yeah. Do I believe things happen for a reason? It depends on what you mean by that. I think things happen, and I do think there's a intelligent, like an intelligent being or something behind it all. So on that level, yeah, I think things happen for a reason because something set it in motion. Do I think everything has a specific reason for happening? No. Like some things I think just happen. Um, but in the grand scheme of things, I think they all happen for a reason. Brett, what up? Good to see you. Yeah, Turner Classic Movie Channel was the jam. Yeah, Gabriel, that Angelina Jolie was one of those that like when she came on the scene, I was just like, uh, done. Jessica Alba was another one that when I first saw her in Dark Angel, I was done. But that's because I'm very much like a mouth and lips man. So both of them were like stunning to me. But yeah, when Angelina Jolie came on the scene, I was just like, bruh, you know, I was right around the time when the internet was first getting big. So I literally would just like Google pictures of her nonstop. Well, there wasn't even Google then. I would like what Yahoo pictures of her. Yeah, I was just floored. Enemy at the Gates is a good one. Actually, that popped up on YouTube the other day, dubbed in French. But yeah, that was a good movie. Enemy at the Gates. Shining Through. That's a World War II movie. Interesting. Sounds like a romance. Jake, I have worked in a call center before. Yeah. Oh, a couple different call centers. Yeah. I think I own Selma. I think I bought it digitally on Amazon. Yeah. Have I seen Tyla? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Gunsmoke was a good show. Life feels surreal watching your live stream at night when I'm at a crossroads career wise. Okay, is that a good thing? Is that a good thing? We're gonna say it's a Shawshank. Yeah, that's a good movie. Good movie. Oh, that's a World War II spy movie. Why haven't I not seen that? I gotta look into that. Hold on. I've seen all the good World War II movies. Oh, that's why I haven't seen it because it looks like a romance. Yeah, that's why I haven't seen it. Nah, I'm good. The cover looks very romantic. That's why I haven't seen it. I don't do romances. I don't care. I like one of the reasons I do like war movies is because usually it's more story and drama than like lovey dovey stuff. I like the love. I like the drama and the I don't really care who's dating who, who's sleeping with who. Like yeah, I skip those parts in movies. Yeah, so I can tell why. Yeah, and maybe it's not all that, but like it looks like that on the cover. I wonder why I haven't seen it. I've seen most of the good World War II movies. I might check it out. I might check it out. Yeah, Lola, it's weird. Genetics don't always, you know, sometimes two attractive people, their kids aren't as attractive as you think. And then sometimes you'll get two people that maybe society deems as not as attractive and their daughter is or their sons are, the most beautiful people out there. It's weird. I mean, look at Angelina Jolie's dad. You wouldn't expect him to have her, but he did. You know what I mean? I actually saw South Pacific in school. Like, I don't like musicals though. So once I fast forward the musical part, like, what I need y'all singing for? I'm just weird. Give me the drama. Give me the blood and guts. Give me the. I don't need singing. What are we trying to do? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hit 3 hours. I think I'm gonna jump off. This was a fun stream. Thank y'all for being part of it. Today was just a really fun streamy day. Streamy day. Thank you so much for being part of it. Shout out to Angela, the best moderator out there. I don't say best a lot, but shout out to Angela, the best moderator out there. Shout out to this community, one of the best communities out there. Even shout out to the people we had to block and time out with love. Get your troll game up, folks. And of course, to all the usual suspects, the lurkers, the thumbs uppers, everybody who came through. Big shout out to the super chat squad. There's love. I appreciate that abundance from y'all. Thank you so much for that. Prayers to everybody out there going through something. We gonna get through this. Things work out. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all again soon.